It's a great song.
It's created a riff right before the whole thing.
I know.
I'm going to put a Leem and not be here.
All right, here we go, folks.
All right.
Last night I was so depressed, and I went and got the Bible, and I turned to the book of Revelation. And if people would just get and read the Bible and read the book of Revelations, they would really turn around and straighten out. This is all we need to do, is just get the good book and read it and put it to everyday life.
Sisters, niggas, whiteys, Jews, crackers. Don't worry. If there's hell below, we're all gonna go.
Hey. I can't get enough of that introduction, man. Every time I hear that, I just, I feel good inside. I'm glad that that's our introduction. Welcome to the Angry Black Man Podcast, Angry Black Man Syndrome Podcast, excuse me. Long-running titles for other titles for our podcast. We've thought of really another one. Another one is People Talking Shit. That was another name podcast I've had. Ooh, look, another podcast. But no, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. We have a couple of guests. There were two more people that were supposed to be on the show. These motherfuckers didn't show up. So
I hate them.
Yeah, man.
I know,
Patrice
man.
Jr.
Patrice Jr. I know Patrice Jr. aka Leem is not here. For those of you who listen all the time, Leem is of course our fire starter. He always starts the shit, and he is not here. And also we're supposed to have a guy named Count Hopkins, old brother, old black dude, old school guy, was in the military, all this stuff. So it's just us. It's just
So
Yeah, it's
be
just us.
disappointed.
Whatever.
yeah,
Basically.
it's not like it's whatever. But a couple of guests that we have on today.
Finally.
I know. And by the way, they have to introduce themselves in freestyle rap form.
You want to take it away?
You want to go?
Go ahead.
All right. Darius Emadi is one of our guests, and he will now
What's up,
introduce
everybody?
himself in freestyle rap form.
Do I get a beat? Ah, shit. Ah, shit. What's up, people? Darius Emadi. What? Watch me run your girl, cause you know I'm naughty. See me walking down the street, cause my shit is Gotti.
Gotti.
That's
You're
about
done?
it. I'm
You're
good.
good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
All right. And our other guest today, we have Abraham
What's up?
Tadashi.
A.K.A. Abraham Bahailu. A.K.A. Abraham, I stole your girl and I gave her back. A.K.A. Abraham, I have low self-esteem.
Yay, yay.
Yay. Drop that beat. Yo. Here we go. Crocs on my feet. Beard, I need a seat. Got a podcast downtown. Voodoo chicken in town, baby. I know it's round. Ah! I'm done. I looked at the Crocs and I was like, I can't talk about myself right now because I just feel so insecure.
Are you knocking my Crocs, man?
I'm not knocking your Crocs. Crocs are
Dude, not only
comfy
do
as
I have
shit.
Crocs, I got Crocs and socks. And I can't believe you're sitting there trying to fucking pull off this rap, and the perfect rhyme opportunity, Crocs and socks.
Crocs and socks.
And you fucking blew it, dude. You blew it.
Listen,
I know.
I'm sorry.
Well, that's all right because
Tupac would have never made that mistake.
well, frankly,
100%.
that was the worst thing I'd ever heard in my life.
Well,
anyway, so
God bless.
fucking awful, man. And by the way, yeah, I am the Voodoo Chicken. I'm not fucking rapping. I'm not
You gotta
fucking-
rap, man.
No, man.
You
look at
gotta
me.
represent for the whites,
I'm
man.
the fucking whitest dude in the room.
You gotta represent for the whites,
Why, boy,
man.
man? It did not work out for Kid Rock. It did not work out for Eminem. Fuck both those guys. I'm not following in their
Jesus.
footsteps. I'm.
You got to, man. You gotta be a rapper.
Why do I got to be a rapper all
I
of a
don't
sudden?
know. I don't know.
Exactly. You don't know,
You
man.
just got to, man.
Oh man, you're getting all racial on me already, man.
We
already.
took our beatings.
Yeah, and it was.
You
and
called me a piece of shit.
Just
Come
like,
on.
just like
You said you hated my guts. Your turn.
I went in deep already, man. No, yeah, I hate all you guys.
Oh,
That's really what I'm trying to
I
say.
mean, you can rhyme like voodoo chicken with boo boo shitting, or like
That does not
foo-foo
rhyme.
schnickens, or
You're out of your fucking mind. Those words do not rhyme.
they do
Cuckoo
rhyme.
licking.
In fact, now that I think
I like how
about it-
you don't want to rap, but you want to be the authority on it.
Well,
I
that's
gotta rap, but that shit doesn't rhyme.
well, that's how I came to be the authority on it. Incidentally, was I had a long, distinguished rapping career.
Voodoo
and,
Chicken. That was his freestyle right
that was-
there.
That's
That was
right.
all. If you heard it.
I don't know if you guys realize this. I've been rapping this whole fucking time. This whole
Really?
conversation has been one rap. You don't need to rhyme. You don't need to have rhythm. You
Wow.
don't need to have anybody providing a back. In fact, I rap 24/7, and that's
Wow.
why I'm the authority on rap. By the way,
Wow.
because I never stop rapping.
You're like Zen rapping. You're rapping without rapping.
Well, I don't like to brag about it, but I've pretty much attained rap enlightenment at this
Nice,
point in time.
nice.
I've taken the Buddhist Zen approach, and
Nice.
I'm really fucking good at it. If
That's
I
good. That's fucking
This whole
good.
conversation makes me sick. Jesus.
Jesus. Yeah, man.
That was my rap name.
That's your
incidentally.
rap? Jesus?
Yeah, Voodoo
Nice.
Jesus
Voodoo.
Chicken. It has a nice ring to it, you know.
Were you
those
like
are-
the 10th member of the Wu-Tang Clan? Like,
Yeah, they kicked me out too ethnic. The Jesus thing wasn't playing well in the sticks because Wu-Tang does a lot of those gigs in the sticks, I guess.
Yeah.
Wait, what did they
And,
say in the Wu-Tang
yeah.
Clan? They were like, "We're the sun god." So now I see it. Like they had that thing like, "Yo, B, we got to go do something down the street. We're the sun god." Now I understand why they kept saying God. It was
Word
Voodoo
the month-
Chicken.
Yeah, yeah.
Voodoo Chicken was God they were talking about.
They owe me a lot, incidentally, Wu-Tang Clan.
You draw residuals from Wu-Tang albums. So
Well, actually, no, I got screwed. They're just riding my coattails, and they need to fucking stop. In fact, if I ever encounter Wu-Tang Clan in the street, they're in trouble because
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking kick some ass.
Yeah.
Man. You don't even know.
Nice,
It's,
nice.
Fuck you, Wu-Tang
how I roll.
fans out there. By
That's
the
how I roll.
way,
I'm
You know,
dangerous.
I never get a chance to do this, but I want to kind of read the comments on the side
shit.
here. You know, like we never do that because I'm sure people have interesting things to say.
I doubt it.
Generally, no.
No?
And right now, the comments are ancient from past.
Ah,
But I do see at one
What's-
point in time, Jason McBride suggested that you be okay with discomfort. I'm not quite sure what was happening at the podcast at that point in time when he would say that you should.
when
be
have I
okay
not
with
been?
discomfort.
When have I not been uncomfortable?
Well, that's the life
I'm
of a
very uncomfortable
stand-up.
right now.
Right now, I'm like, what do I say to not get like kicked? Like, what can I say that'll be okay? I don't want to say anything dumb.
Say Paula Dean is a great American, and
I'd rather slip my wrist.
yeah,
I'm going to print up some T-shirts that say Paula Dean is a nigger.
nice.
Sell some, I'm gonna sell some
Nice.
shirts, man. That's
I'd
gonna
wear
be
it.
I looked at it when he
I'd-
said it
I'd
too.
wear
It
it.
hit me like a Dementor. Like it just took away all the
man.
happiness.
know.
I just thought of that. I'm going to make a fucking $1 million. so.
I'd wear a shirt. I'd wear that shirt.
I'm going to make
Paula
Dean is a
Dean.
nigger.
Yeah.
Paula Dean is a
Yeah.
nigger.
Paula Dean is, but can't cook like one. I don't know, but I don't know. Speaking of which, I actually wrote down some Paula Dean cooking recipes.
Oh, those were amazing.
Yeah. Would you like to hear some Paula Dean cooking recipes?
Yeah, man.
So this is the real deal. You're a big Paula Dean fan, I take it. And,
Not until she fucked up. That's kind of what kind of fan I am. I'm not a fan of something until they fuck up. I don't. That's just me. All right. Paula Dean cooking recipes. Let's see. We don't serve your kind here donuts. That's one of the recipes. It's made with white powdered, of course.
white powder.
Yeah. This next one is Jews are the deviled eggs. They're kosher. Try them sometime. The next one is strange fruit salad. Billie Holiday was a fan of these back in her time.
Billie Holiday reference. Intense, man.
I
You go
know.
way back.
I know. The next one is separate but eclairs. Very good dessert right after the Jews or the deviled eggs, you know. mix it up. Next one is Ku Klux Quiche. It's delicious. It's very, highbrow. Next one is beef jerky that's called Slim Jim Crow. It's very delicious. You can only eat it though in the back. That's how it works.
In the back of what?
The back of the
where?
restaurant, I guess,
I
or the
see.
jerky store. Or, I don't know. Do they have jerky stores?
I got 7
Oh, the jerky. What, you
yeah,
never been to a jerky store?
I know. I've jerked off in the store. Jeez.
You're bringing back memories now, man.
I know.
Starbucks on 125th in Lake City.
I know. More like
what the
Starfucks.
Man, that's what the handicap stall and the Wi-Fi's for, man. That's the whole purpose behind the internet.
Yes, it's the American way. And the last one, of course, is I want my country back ribs. That's it's pretty delicious. I want my country back ribs. There you go, Paula Deen cooking recipes. Fucking eat them.
Those sound delicious, by the way.
They're pretty good. Very high in cholesterol and intolerance, but other than that, pretty delicious. As far as the eclairs, you don't want them if you're lactose intolerant. That's the only time you don't really want to eat them. So.
Those were some intense puns you just went through there.
Thank you.
Was
Thank you. It's her punishment, I guess. Jesus Christ.
Angry black man syndrome. Only place to talk about, man.
I know. I was walking down here earlier today, and we were talking about this earlier. There are these people that still put the Hitler stash on Obama posters, right? So I'm walking downtown, and I see this. I'm right across the street from this. So I just decided to, heckle these guys, right? Because I've seen enough of this shit. And I'm like, yeah, I remember Obama killing 6 million Jews. You remember that? Hey, remember that time Obama opened up Auschwitz? I remember that. I was there. Remember that one time Obama was a painter and I was also half Jewish? Does anyone remember that?
Why is the Hitler stash such a problem anyways? I don't fucking understand that, man. Hitler stash used to be
Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah, it used to be like a normal deal, and then this dude shows up, and now everybody's like, okay, if you shave your mustache in this particular style, then that basically means you hate Jews.
Well, the thing in Ethiopian culture is there's a lot of grown men, like here in the U.S. as well, that are Ethiopian immigrants. They have mustaches that kind of resemble Hitler mustaches, but they don't go around and be like, oh, that's a Hitler mustache. They go, oh, you trimmed the sides to make it look fancy.
Right.
I like what you did there, right? But if I want to say, if a white person did it with black hair, then it's like, oh, that's Hitler. Because I'm trying to see a blonde guy do it with a blonde mustache. Doesn't work for me. I don't go that Hitler. I
What
go,
about
that's
redheads?
tacky.
What
That's
if you're-
evil. That's pure.
I think Obama
Something
should
else.
fucking grow a little Hitler stash, I
Right.
mean, it's his second term. He's done. It's not like he's got to get reelected or anything.
Right.
How badass would that be to, suddenly we have all these pictures of the President of the United States with it? He'd bring it back, man. He'd bring it back.
Not only should he do that, he should also get cornrows. I would like to see him with a Hitler stash, cornrows,
Oh, yeah.
the dashiki, and a fucking
Michelle Obama should just start walking around with a big fucking, just a big, whatever they call those, just a tarp, basically. Just
like a hajib or something.
Yeah, just some kind of a muumuu. That's what they call those,
Muumuu.
right? Just a big muumuu, like a tropical print muumuu. Just chain smoking cool. So it would be fucking.
Yeah. I mean, fuck it, man. Last term. Also, I was like, when I saw it, I was like, yeah, who's that? A black Charlie Chaplin? I went out of my way to heckle these guys because, when you see that,
Who are you heckling at this point, though? The people who happen to be standing near the sign that you just assume must have been the ones
no,
to defend it?
they were proud of the fact that they went out of their way to put a Hitler stash
All
on
right, so how does this come about? How do you encounter the people immediately after they've defaced this Obama?
You just heckle them. That's what I did.
Well, but my point is, you saw this actually happen, or
Yeah.
these people? Oh, you saw them.
This just happened today. I was on my way here, and
So you saw them penciling in a little.
they didn't pencil it in.
Well, you know what I'm
But
saying.
but still, I mean,
They were on the street corner.
They're on the
with
street.
it.
Yeah, they're proud of it. Join our cause. And
Were
it's
they-
like,
Join our cause.
Were they white?
You should have.
oh yeah, they were white.
Oh, okay.
And in fact, they were going out of their way to wink at white people, right? That's what they were.
Little inside joke for for us, buddy.
Right.
You were all thinking it. We finally did something about it.
Right. And the white people were nervous as shit as usual. You know, they're just like, I don't have nothing to do with this. I'm just shopping. You know, like
I want to see something with I know NBC does this thing where it's like, what would you do on like Friday nights and stuff? Like,
What would you do?
Yeah, what would you do? Judo is Thursday nights, but what would you do is Friday nights. And it's like they'll have this thing where it's like, we have this actor playing drunk. He's gonna go drive his boat. Will anyone stop him? And it's like kind of like I want that to happen with like the Obama picture. But they're like, can you believe this nigger? Oh, he's just horrible. You just see people's expressions like, yeah, I guess.
I just wonder why they went with Hitler. You know, there are other. First of all, you could have compared it to an evil black person. I don't know, like Idi Amin or OJ. You know,
who's gonna get the fucking Idi Amin reference though, right? I mean, these fucking.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't get it.
Well, and here's
I didn't get it. I'm sorry.
he's a
Yeah,
dictator.
man,
He was a Ugandan dictator.
well, here's the other thing. You're like
Don't-
you're expecting these fucking hooligans to be way smarter than they are. I mean, they're not going to sit around and say, "Hey, man, let's go deface some Obama. We'll make them look like Idi Amin, right?" That's really going to fucking give people.
I just want hateful people to be smart, man. I don't know. If you're gonna be a hater, at least
but
be
it's a good.
smart.
Yeah, but if you're hateful, it's a good reference. It's a good hateful reference.
The Hitler thing.
Yeah, because it's like in doing comedy, you got to do a reference that people all know.
Right.
You know what I mean? To get the most people on
It
board.
could be overdone so much and become like Hitler right now, hacky. Mm-hmm. Try something else.
Right.
You know?
Idi Amin is what Dennis Miller would do. He'd be like, "Ooh, the Idi Amin of so and so."
I whenever I hear Hitler, I always think about people always compared Ahmadinejad to Hitler, the old Iranian president.
Yeah.
Anytime they compare people to Hitler, it's always like, where if he's just like Hitler, where's his shows on the History Channel? You know what I mean?
Ahmadinejad looks like a guy who likes yacht rock. That's who he reminds me like.
yacht rock.
Yeah, he's the kind. He looks like a guy that would enjoy like Michael McDonald or like.
Is that
like he has
yacht
that.
rock?
Yeah, that's yacht rock. Y'all will be there. You know, like,
Taking it
Yeah,
to the
he-
streets.
take it to
He kind of has the look
streets.
on his face like he just listened to some.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He does not look like a guy that's says really dumb shit. And
Do you think Paula Dean would have sex with him?
I think Paula Dean would have sex with a lot of ethnics.
Do you think she had sex with a black apple? I want to
yeah.
say she
Oh,
did.
Sarah
dude.
Sure, yes.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
dude, she
absolutely.
fucking loves it. Here's something that I noticed a while back. Online, they these days everybody goes to the internet to rub one out, basically, and so they gather a lot of demographic data on these people who are like typing in all these search terms, and of course their IP addresses ties them to some specific location and whatever. And so then they published the results of, what are the most popular porn search terms tied to what areas of the United States. All of the areas of the United States that are traditionally known as like racist states, the most popular search terms in porn was like big black cock and like all this like it was all like this racially like interracial blah 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 stuff.
Right.
And it's all these people like you got to think, man, like they spend their entire fucking afternoons wandering around out there being like the most racist fucks possible.
Right.
And then they fucking go home and just like furiously rub one out to interracial porn or whatever. Like, like they
Right.
can't stop themselves from just shouting nigger every time they come in the fucking back of their fucking bedroom late at night after being the most obnoxious asshole ever. It's like, it's the strangest fucking thing. So Paula Dean, yeah, man, she's ridden the black pony or whatever I don't know.
I mean,
Thank you.
Just,
I've never
Sarah
been called a
Palin's-
black pony. I like that.
Sarah Palin's had sex with black dudes. I mean, a basketball player came out and said, "Yeah, we had sex."
What?
Yeah, what was his name?
my mind.
I want to say Glenn Rice. That's who I want to say. Glenn
who
Rice.
the fuck is Glenn Rice?
He was
Exactly.
a basketball player in the 90s. He played for like the Pacers, a couple other teams. Yeah, he came out and said, yeah, Sarah Palin and him got it on. And that doesn't surprise me because Sarah Palin was a basketball player. And also she's like this racist white girl. So like of course she wants to try out some black dick or whatever, for lack of a better word. So
No, that's perfect.
that's perfect.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of
It's better than riding the black pony, I think. So.
No. Well,
I mean,
I like that.
it's the same.
Hey, baby.
It's the same kind of logic that like racist white dudes probably like rap music, because all they get to hear is like niggas are dying, niggas sell drugs to niggas, you know, like niggas this. So like they get to listen to that and live vicariously
Hey,
through.
I'm not racist, but I love me some NWA, some old school NWA, some old
you don't-
school like
like-
an Ice Cube.
Yeah,
You know?
but I know you're not racist, but I can see a racist white person listening to rap and going, yeah, I think niggas should die, and then they're just snapping their fingers along.
Have
with
you
it.
heard this rap stuff? There's dead niggers all over the place. It's the
Exactly.
most amazing thing ever.
Exactly, and also like if you really listen to rap, it's very Republican actually. A lot of
it is.
it's very.
What are you talking about?
About guns. Oh, there's always raps about guns.
Guns, women.
Women
Those
should be
rappers
in
are
their
broken.
place.
Wow.
These bitches ain't shit. You know.
I'm learning so much right now.
Yeah,
you know-
money. They love
Yeah.
the
They
money.
love money.
Capitalism.
love money
capitalism.
and
And-
hate
and-
taxes.
and-
They hate
And
taxes.
they're against big government. You know,
They're-
the more
yeah.
the more you talk about this, it's
Yeah.
all
We're just
fucking
all
Republican.
interconnected.
Rap
This
is
whole
very
shit.
Republican.
You know what, dude? You just explained fucking Ice Cube, man. Now he's a fucking Disney star. He was a Disney star from the very fucking beginning. We just never fucking put it
Right.
together
True.
until he finally was like, okay, well now I'm working now I'll be a blatant Republican. Before I was an in the closet Republican. I like managed to hide it. I mean, Ice-T, the same thing. All those iced guys. They're
I mean, think about it. Kid Rock, Republican, right? Rapper, right? I mean, it's just Kid Rock was the beginning. 10 years from now, you'll have like a bunch of redneck rappers that are like, yeah, vote Republican, because they'll rap about guns, bitches, and all this other stuff we just named off. So like,
dude, you know what?
like
I'm-
of course, racist people will listen to rap. I mean,
You know what? I'm actually kind of excited about redneck rap.
I'm really happy for the future right now.
What's his name? The dude Eminem signed on his label.
Yellow Wolf?
Yellow Wolf.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know his politics, but all I know is if you listen to his raps,
Yeah.
they're probably going to be about guns, money, and bitches.
Listen, I heard a couple of his songs. They are. Spoiler
exactly.
alert.
See,
He's a Republican.
see,
God
he's
bless.
potentially.
You know what? But
Republican.
who wants to listen to a rap song that's not about money, guns, or bitches? You know, I mean, then you got Will Smith, basically. That's what.
Whoa. Will Smith rapping about respecting your parents and where you come from hit me hard. Parents just don't understand.
when you were
really-
12, right?
When I was 12 and 22, all right? That 10-year time difference means nothing. He speaks the truth, okay?
I'm just saying, man.
Back off.
That's
what
why I'm a
saying.
huge NWA fan, because that's like, you know, because I'm from the streets, basically. That's what I'm saying. Came up hard in Yorktown, Indiana, and really identified with NWA at that point in time. I don't know, man. It's just like it's raw, like, you know, it's got a good beat. I could dance to it if I weren't white.
I love ignorant rap. Don't get me wrong. Like, I can listen to ignorant rap, know that it's ignorant, and still enjoy it for what it is, you know. But, I mean, I don't pretend like this shit isn't ignorant, though. Like, I mean, you know, I grew up listening to, Master P and Southern rap. I mean, you want to hear some ignorant shit, man. Listen to Southern
Master
rap.
P, he had a music video where he brought in that tank on the back, like he
Yeah,
was
on the
hooping and shit.
basketball court.
And then he brought in a golden tank and dunked it. And then he
Now, Master
did
P,
something.
a Republican, and I don't care I don't care if he denied it the next day or not, but you look at Master P and you see from his lyrics to the way he lives, I bet you that he's probably like conservative.
Look at that. Wait, hold on. I gotta stop this. So Leem was supposed to be on the podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I looked down on what you wrote on Facebook, like Angry Black Man Syndrome. Everyone's coming on, and then he just said about a couple minutes ago, he's like, "Yo, you cats popping off," and then he goes, "Did you guys start on time?" So do you have his number? Maybe.
I don't have his number, but keep talking to him and
Alright.
just tell him to come.
You know what? Here's another thing, because it's ironic. You were asking me earlier what some of the people in the chat have said, and I said some of these chats are old. Here's another old chat from like 2 months ago, and it says, Leem sucked. Not even making that. I'm just saying.
Wow.
So I don't know if these things are related. I'm just
Wow.
saying.
What's the username?
Ice Cold Mother, whoever
Ice
it is.
Cold
I don't
Mother.
know.
Ice? You said
Apparently.
ice in
Yeah,
there?
he's another one of those ice
You
guys.
fucking Republican.
Ice Cold
I respect your
Mother.
decisions.
How come he didn't put motherfucker? What kind of lame Ice Cold? What kind of 80s baby is this fucking guy?
Well, he didn't want to be rude, you know. He
Yeah.
didn't want to be crass. He, just, you know, he says mother, and you kind of get you
It's
fill
implied,
in the blanks, you
yeah.
know. Otherwise, that's just not polite.
What's
really.
what's one of the meanest ones on there? Like, what's the one that's just like, show is shitty and you all are cunts, blah blah blah.
Lots of quotes about Leem from this Ice Cold Mother. Now that I
Jesus
dig in
Christ.
deep,
Who is this?
something about how he must be basting pork shoulders. I'm not quite sure
Wow.
what that means.
Wow.
Maybe he was late to that
Wow.
podcast as well.
I don't get it, but like I feel like that has to do with him being black.
I don't know. I don't know, cause Leem is. I don't know if Leem eats pork or not. I don't know.
Here's Leem is a black belt in cake batter. I don't even know what that means. Like, I
Wow.
don't.
Damn.
I feel like this is
I
an
think that's
old
a
white
fat
guy.
joke.
Like this guy. This has to be like a 50-year-old white dude who's like. Those are his insults. You know.
I need him to write jokes.
He's about as hard as a banana. You
Leem
know.
Leem be stumbling over bags of Skittles. I don't know what, like
Wow.
there almost seems like there's a Trayvon
Well,
reference
yeah,
there.
that's
but
what it
it's-
seemed like. It's got to be an old white guy. I mean, old white guys are some of the lamest.
Well, it's
joke-
probably no coincidence that his avatar is a picture of him wearing a ski mask. So you can't even.
Oh, you can't even tell, huh? What a fucking degenerate. I wonder if he's listening today.
What's his name again?
Ice Cold Mother. That's his username.
Ugh.
This has to
There
be
you go.
like an old white dude, because only an old white dude would be that lame in the insults. You know.
I like
I don't
the pork shoulder reference.
That was was he basting pork shoulders? That is funny. Like if
It's
you
very
were,
specific.
yeah.
It paints a picture.
Like if you were in a roasting session and someone busted that out, it would kind of be funny. Like,
Pork shoulders is on his way right now.
is he?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Yeah. Rap is very Republican. I'm surprised people haven't realized this for years. You know?
Man, wouldn't it be so awesome if some of those, like if guys like Lil Wayne just fucking came out of the Republican closet and just like started blatantly rapping about like, you know, Mitt Romney and John McCain.
Well, it's funny you say that because one of the rappers, a part of his label, Nicki Minaj, she got in
Yeah.
trouble because she had a lyric that seemed pro Romney. Actually, she was.
How do you get in trouble for being pro like stupid white guy? Like that seems the most harmless thing. I mean, Mitt Romney is out of his fucking mind to begin with. So like if you show up and say, "Hey, yeah, I'm on board with Mitt Romney," like the worst blowback you could possibly get is, "Well, that's because you're probably retarded."
Right. You just lose all credibility.
What
right?
kind of problems? What kind of trouble could Nicki Minaj possibly get in?
Well, you know, at the time it was the election, so everyone's already wound up. So like, yeah,
Yeah,
Nicki.
I forgot about that. People were like really just like going crazy during that election. And now if you ask most people, they go, "Oh yeah, Romney. I completely forgot about him."
This is the thing that fucking terrifies me about the last direction. As the Chinese say, boom. What fucking really terrifies me.
That boom.
Bam! You got to sell it, man.
Boom.
But this is what terrifies me. Mitt Romney almost fucking won. Like it was a close race. Like it should have not been. It should have been a landslide, Obama. Like that's what fucking scares me. There are so like almost half of the people in the country that look at a dude like Mitt Romney and think to themselves, "Hey, you know, maybe this guy should run the country for a while." You know, he fucking everywhere he goes, he's wearing his special Jesus jammies or whatever they are. Like he has a special underwear that he can never take off. You know, because of
Yeah.
his fucking Mormon faith or whatever. And they have all these crazy. It's just I don't know. He's legitimately insane. Like I really during the debates I wanted Obama to come out there and be like, "Look, I'm the fucking president of the United States, and this is a crazy guy. I don't have time for this shit. I'm leaving," and just throw his mic down and walk out.
Well,
man.
the guy was certainly a sociopath, right? I mean, that was pretty obvious from the jump. No sociopath smiles that fake.
I was about to say
you know?
that smile scared the shit out
That's
of me.
yeah, that's a
Well, and
freaking
his
smile.
entire fucking career was based on just fucking shutting people down, shutting down companies, and
Exactly.
people lose their jobs, and they just come in and buy out a place and then sell it at a profit, and that's his whole career.
How you can figure out for sure he was a sociopath was his family, because like his sons, like when they interview him, like, you know, their sons would be like, oh, you know, our dad, you know, he put a dog on the roof.
That's right.
And then the dog shit himself. I mean, that's our dad. You know, like these kids must either
That's how
be.
fucked up he is. Like a dog is like a piece of furniture to this guy, like a piece of luggage, you know? It's like it's something that when you're at home, it sits in the corner, and when you go on vacation, you just strap it to the luggage rack and fucking drive 3,000 miles to the Grand Canyon or wherever the fucking white people vacation at.
They did a documentary on Vice.com about Romney's family.
I saw that.
You saw-
Versus the Mexican gangs, right?
Yeah, they were going against the fucking cartels, which blew my mind. Like, these were, like, not distant cousins, but they lived, like, in Mexico in this Mormon compound.
Right.
And they would have missions whenever the cartel members would take away one of their family members. They would go in, like, military style, go in there, take their kid back. Like, the cartels were like, here's a ransom that we want. They go, no. They get their own guns, go, like, 20, 30 deep, get their kid back.
Wow.
Like, these guys are hardcore. Romney could learn something from them, but fuck him and
this
his
was
family, I
Romney's
guess.
like distant family or something.
Not even distant, like they were cousins and shit.
Wow.
No, it was pretty close, but he, you know, obviously would want to distance himself from it.
Right.
And from being called Mexican.
Right.
Basically.
Right.
Oh, right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. He is a part of
I
that
keep
party
forgetting.
that loves Mexicans.
No, he's
you know?
like, he's part Mexican, right? Like he's got
Right.
some strange Mexican heritage. What the fuck, man? I bet
know.
that eats at him. I bet he
His-
lays up late at night like, oh shit, I'm a wetback. I really fucking am. Fucking Romney.
But you know, that shows you what kind of country you live in. People, they didn't vote for Romney because they really liked him. They just they hated Obama so much that they would just vote for anything.
You think so? Why would
Oh,
they?
yeah.
Do you think they hated him because there was so much like?
Oh,
he
yeah.
kind of set himself up to fail though. There was so much like he was a superstar. Like he was a demigod when he was elected that first time around. He changed everything. Racism is over. Won Nobel Peace Prize.
People
like,
put
all
him.
this.
People put him on a pedestal. We have to remember that they put him on his
Right.
pedestal, and even though he is a politician, he believed in this hype a little much. Which, given any of us, could happen to us easily. We're all human, but
Right.
he's trying to do things, and I don't know what goes through his head, but he's trying to do things. I hope, I have faith he has a right heart. But, he's a politician at the end of the day.
But I'm not necessarily even talking about him as much as I'm talking about like the populace in general. Like it
Right.
almost seems like they were destined to wake up one day and think, oh my God, he didn't like end racism and he didn't like.
Oh, Americans.
You know?
Was he supposed to end racism? That was-
Americans.
Well, I'm
are-
just saying, like by the time he got that
what people
first
were thinking.
election,
I
yeah,
think I
you know.
missed.
See, this is Americans are full of shit. I mean,
But
Americans
people were
always.
crying and like freaking out. Like it really seems like not since like Kennedy was there a president that was so polarizing, you know.
Americans are always looking for that one great hope. That have that mentality. No one ever thinks they're
Well,
the
and
one
that-
great
but
hope.
that's my point. So now I kind of wonder if like the people who hate him because they feel like he let them down somehow because he didn't meet their expectations, or if they hate him because there's still a bunch of
Racism.
fucking racist.
Well,
yeah, you know.
Racism. I mean,
It's probably a
Put 'em in a
combination.
box.
It's
Racism.
probably a
Yeah.
combination of like false or promises that haven't been met, and then also racism. So I mean, yeah, I mean even people who some people who voted for Obama were probably racist. I mean they probably voted for him because they liked the words that he said, and he wasn't that typical black person. So it was like, well, I'll vote for the exception to the Negroes, and then
It's like Django, the 1 in 10,000.
Yeah.
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 a lot of people in this country's racism is based on how much money they make. So if maybe they weren't that racist and they might have voted for him or didn't have a problem, and then their wife or somebody got laid off, and now they're kind of struggling,
Right, and then it just comes out, right? I mean,
and they're looking for something to blame.
right.
And this country is, the way I see it is this country is not number one anymore. This country.
Stop. Don't do the newsroom thing.
I'm
Season
just-
1, episode 1.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. People are. There's this disconnect of what people thought this country was, and then what the evidence shows it to be.
Right.
Yeah.
Cognitive dissonance. I
Yeah,
know
and
what
so
you're
everyone's
saying.
trying to find somebody to blame.
Right.
People are mad at Obama. People are mad
Right.
at Muslims.
I just don't understand why people thought that. Even when I voted for the dude, I didn't think that this dude was going to change everything. In fact, I figured that there would be a lot of things that he wouldn't change because he's one person. And also, one person doesn't change most things. It takes a bunch of people, right? So like I wasn't surprised. And also, racist white people or racist people love who they hate. I mean, hate is just twisted love, right?
When George Bush was in office, people loved to hate. Oh, they loved to hate him.
They love to hate him. I mean, it's the same thing. Like racists, we used to live in their house back in the day. I mean, they were racist, but we lived in their house. We were cleaning floors and picking shit off the ground. So, I mean, it's the same kind of thing with Obama. I think it's. Like Obama is just one guy, and he said the right words that got him into the office, and he certainly has made some good decisions, but he's just one dude, and people are now just starting to realize, oh yeah, that's right. He also does drone attacks on people for no reason, and he likes to spy on us, so people are starting to get out of that shit now and realize it, I hope.
I don't know, man. You almost have to murder people all over the world when you're president. I'm just saying.
I mean, the
man.
responsibility you have on your
it's-
shoulders.
Yeah,
Holy
it's
shit.
like it's part of the job requirement, right?
Yeah, you're the president, and there's trouble happening, and you kind of want to keep some things under wraps. It's like, let's just fucking kill this guy. I mean, what are we doing here, really? I mean, that's the level of, that's your job. That's the level of responsibility you because what are you gonna do if you're not killing? Like, if you're not killing people, I'm just saying, if I was president, I'd be the most killingest president ever, man. I'm just saying, because basically, you're keeping your guard down, right? There's problems, there's situations. There's, next thing you know, some dude shows up with a dirty bomb and fucking blows up, your neighborhood, and that's not cool.
I mean, even Clinton, I guess Clinton kind of did that too. He what, the Kosovo bombings?
Clinton lobbed off a few missiles here and
yeah.
there whenever
Oh,
he had.
yeah.
The only reason that he wasn't like flying drones around is because the technology just wasn't there.
Exactly.
I mean, that's the only reason.
Right.
Clinton would have
Right.
used drones after the Monica Lewinsky thing.
That's right, because
I
that's
bet he would.
He would have
did the
droned a
Kosovo.
bitch.
Yeah, he would have droned. Yeah.
Is Billy Clinton gonna have to drone a bitch?
I want to get a T-shirt just with that on
There you go. That's my other T-shirt that's coming out right after Paula Dean is a nigger. I'm coming out with is Billy Clinton gonna have to drone it. The Billy Clinton reference is kind of old, though. I don't know if people are really going to be on board with that. But the Paula Dean thing is going to be huge. I still stand behind that. That's going to be huge.
Oh boy. It was funny though when Paula Dean got in trouble for that. Of course you get mad, but one of my first thoughts was, she was black. It wouldn't be surprising because sisters do drop N-bombs and cook well.
All the time, man.
So
all the time.
It's not,
Maybe she was black in a past life, and this is all. She can't shake it, man. She can't shake it. It's not her problem. It's not her fault. She's just a
she
sister.
can't shake it. She can't shake off the blackness.
She can't hey, man, once you go black, you never go back, right? I'm sure that's true
How
for
much
reincarnation, too.
how much
Once you're
black-
black, you're black.
How much black blood do you think her or her family has in it? Because a lot of Southern people have.
Well,
just a
didn't
black
they
in
go
them.
back and determine that at one point in time her family owned like 37 slaves or something
Really?
like that?
I didn't know that.
Maybe I'm confusing things, but I'm going to go ahead and say it's true. But I'm pretty sure I saw this on TV somewhere that her family, because she comes from a Southern family, right? And they
Right.
were well-to-do, I thought.
Right.
The further back you go, and I thought they actually owned slaves at one point in time. My point being that if they did, there's
feasible.
probably because like we said earlier, these dudes are rubbing one out to fucking interracial porn, and they're like
Right.
the most racist dudes ever. People
Right.
slept with their slaves all the time back in the day,
Exactly.
So it would.
Let's not say slept, more like raped.
Pretty much.
Because when you say slept, it sounds sweet.
Right.
Hey, slave girl,
They're
come
on a
here.
gondola.
You know what? If I'm a fucking if I'm a slave though, I'm fucking all the white people because I'm like, this is my ticket out, man. It's not. You don't have to rape me. Bring it on. Let's go.
By any
I'm
means
getting in. That's
necessary,
right,
right?
man. I'm getting in. I'm getting out. That's how it's gonna happen for me. I'm a dreamer. I'm a dreamer. That's what I'm saying.
That gene pool is changing. I know. But Paula, I imagine she has black in her family. I don't know. But Obama, did you know that he was related to Dick Cheney?
No.
Yeah,
What are
they're like third cousins.
Jeez.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, seriously.
How does this happen?
Yeah.
So the Illuminati really are in charge. Is basically what you're saying.
That's
right?
what I'm feeling right now in my bones. It's scary to know this.
How does this happen?
I'm learning too much today. I have to just stop.
I mean, right? I mean, it doesn't. when you look at Obama's actions now, does that surprise you knowing that now?
He
Like,
calls his third cousin, goes, "What can I do?" Dick Cheney's like, "Just do anything you feel like."
I thought Dick Cheney was like manufactured in a Chevrolet plant somewhere. I didn't even realize this guy's real. He's literally a cyborg now. He has like a battery pack and everything that's keeping him alive, man.
How
This
many
guy's
heart
freaky.
transplants has he?
I don't know, man. The creepiest thing I ever fucking saw in my life, though, was Dick Cheney was on some talk show and they were talking about his latest heart surgery, and he's like, he wants to show off this great technology, so he reaches in his freaking blazer suit or whatever. He pulls out this battery and he unplugs it. And a few seconds go by, and all of a sudden, all these alarms start going off and beeping and stuff. And that's just because it's low battery charge. So I got to put my battery back. I mean, the dude is a fucking.
I gotta put my battery back.
Yeah, man. And in a way, you know, as far as I'm concerned, maybe part of that's payment for just being like the most evil Satan cocksucker out there, man. Like that dude.
Payment. That
dude.
That's being rich.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's still alive when he probably wouldn't be, but it's probably not a great life either. I mean, that dude.
No one ever assassinates the right people. That's for sure.
I feel like there's different levels of evil. Now, follow me on
Okay.
this, all right?
All right.
So my friend was telling me that there was a guy following her in a truck, you know, on Green Lake, and she was walking. It was about 7 o'clock at night, and the dude had a white truck, and he was following her for about like 2 blocks. And then she turns to him, and she goes, "What the fuck is your problem, right?" And then she walks over to the car. He rolls down his window, and I swear to God, he was jerking off to her, and his dick was out. No, but he was jerking off to her, and she goes, "You fucking dirty spick, get out of here!" And then when she said that, I go, "That's kind of racist." And then it
That's
hit
right,
me,
man.
and
That's
then
kind
it
of
hit
a compliment on his part.
No, and then it hit me. I was like, "There's different levels of evil here. Like that was like an assault." What she did was like not that. You guys get what I'm saying? Like
Right.
He didn't assault her.
yeah.
You know what? Let me flip the script
he
here a little bit.
assaulted her space.
If I'm
Let's say
walking
that.
down the street, right, and there's
flip out
some
your
car,
dick.
and there's somebody following me or whatever in a car, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of weird, and I go over there, I'm like, hey, what's going on? And there's some chick in the car like diddling herself. I'm like, hey, scoot over, right? Like I'm not gonna be like, you know, it's not like I'm not assaulted at that point. I'm not offended. I'm not. Maybe if she's ugly, that might be an issue. But I'm just saying, like, you know, even if she's ugly, though,
Hey, stop your hammer.
still
Get
not-
away from me.
I'm still not.
Ew.
Like, I'm still not angry about it. You know, I'm like, well, thanks.
Just
you know,
yell-
I mean,
yell at you.
I'm kind of the ladies' man, I guess.
What
and,
made it like? That's what made him a spick, though. That's the crazy part. Like, where did
I just assumed he really
where-
was the spick. I thought.
Like, if I were jerking off, if I were being like creepy to a lady, could she be like, "You dirty nigger"? You know, would that be acceptable?
Like, are you gonna put your dick and be like, "Wow, she was extremely racist"? I was just trying to.
Yeah.
masturbate.
Whoa,
Trying to-
lady!
yeah,
Whoa!
yeah.
What the
That
fuck
is
her?
uncalled for.
I'm gonna have to pull over and just like really like establish what the fuck happened. Whoa.
If I could go to your fucking counselor later that night. Yeah, man, I was jerking off to this chick, and out of nowhere she called me a nigger. It's terrible, this racism.
You can't even be creepy these days without racism. God, you know, it's
What kind
so
of world
rough.
do we live in?
God, you know,
Obama
Obama.
not
I
fulfilling
know.
promises.
I
Paula
know.
Dean saying nigga.
I know. See, Obama should. That's why he should have a Hitler stash, man. You know.
And we bring it back.
And we bring it
There
back.
we go.
I know.
Boom.
Boom.
Bam.
Bam. Bazing.
I saw this on the Kroll show. I love it when they go, "Oh, hello." Have you guys seen that?
I haven't seen
All
it.
right, I feel creepy as shit then. Never mind. I'm cool. Yeah, never mind.
Oh boy, no man, it's been a lot of shit going on, man. Like the Paula Dean stuff, and then
Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry. But did he make a new movie again?
I saw. Did I tell you about? I got high and I watched that new Tyler Perry movie.
Which
The
one?
Meet the Peoples.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Don't watch it.
Oh, of course. I mean, I know the plot already. You know, it's a family, right? It's a family. Some person in the family's
Okay,
crazy.
Getting warmer. All
you
right.
know, some person in the family's like a thug
Okay,
or has
okay.
issues, and then you know the Medea's always like the matriarch. You know, you can't be doing that. I'm crazy.
All
and
right.
then, you know, the church is involved, and
Nope,
you know,
nope. Not in this one.
Not in this one. Really?
Nope.
That's the exception, huh?
Threw me for a loop as well.
Wow. Wow.
You guys seen
But there
this
was,
movie?
But there was no religious
I've never-
undertones or
Not a big
nothing.
Tyler
There was
Perry fan.
homophobia and a little bit of incest, but besides,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
extremely not churchish.
Wow.
It's
I
fucked
mean,
up.
but it's churchy by default because it's about homophobe and incest and, the Bible.
Well, yeah.
I mean, But anyway,
Ooh, bazing, boom.
Bling.
Oh,
But-
hello.
So that's what's in it, and it's called
Meet the Peoples.
Meet the People, and it's like two families meet, and it's
It's
all
just
wacky.
Craig Robinson is trying to meet his girl's family, and it doesn't go the way he planned.
Are you guys seriously fucking critiquing a Tyler Perry movie right now?
We are. I know.
I kinda-
Ironically
critiquing-
I know.
critiquing.
I kind of tuned out for a minute,
Really?
and then the next thing I
Really?
realized,
Really?
you
I,
guys
I mean,
are
that's-
Tyler
I just don't understand why people dislike Tyler Perry. Because
Get the fuck away.
here's why. He employs black people.
Black people in blackface.
Oh, yeah, interesting point. He flipped it on you.
Yeah, but he's still employing in
I
the
see-
long
I see
run.
where you're
In the
saying.
long
Right. I see what
run,
you're saying.
isn't he?
That's what Aaron Magruder brought
Did
up
these,
in the Boondocks episode about Tyler. He was like, well, black actors gotta get employed.
Do
But
these people wear dresses in these movies?
He does.
Have you ever
Tyler
heard
Perry.
Dave Chappelle go off on
Yes.
this rant?
Yes.
He was
about
on
how-
Yes.
Oprah. He's like, why do they got these strong?
He also
black
said
brothers?
that on Inside the Actor Studio or something. Like, is there I never thought there was
It's
any
a
truth to
hacky
this.
thing. It's been how long has that been going on for years?
Yeah, but it's not like some sort. Like he made it sound like it was some sort of racist
Nefarious,
undercurrent conspiracy in Hollywood that we got to get all these black guys in dresses. You know,
That's the wackiest thing in the world.
A lot of black dudes have this very ultra masculine thing where anything that's less than masculine is gay or faggy or whatever words
because I mean, look
they
at
choose.
Monty Python, Kids in the Hall. You know, that's male comics who
Right.
dressed up all the time and did hilarious stuff. And
But black dudes, we're trying to recover our manhood in America because of history lessons.
what are you trying to cover your man? You're already taking all our white women, and now you got to recover your manhood. I
Hey,
don't
I
fucking
know.
hey,
understand.
That's a
hey!
good point.
First of all,
right?
no. Here we go. First of all, white women and black men have a very close bond. Why? Because we've both been fucked over by who? Boom! What's up? Thank you very much.
No,
So stupid, but so right. Hey, what are the comments saying? I want to hear all the white men complain.
High school mother is not in attendance.
he's not in
today.
Oh, man.
attendance.
Come at me on Facebook.
But that's
at
why
fuck
we
yourself.
criticize Tyler. It's not that it's it's not like we hate Tyler Perry.
Oh,
It's
no.
just the movies suck.
No,
That's
I hate
all.
Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I mean, and even outside of a whole racial issue, just from the standpoint of like
just
a
movie.
signal to noise polluting the entertainment industry,
Right.
kind of. I mean, because clearly this guy is just a money machine. He's just a
Right.
fucking walking ATM to these big execs in Hollywood, and
Mm-hmm.
like, I guess I'm a dreamer. I think that maybe at some point in time we can live in a world where movies are made for, legit. Entertainment purposes than
Right.
just like you were like earlier. You hadn't seen this movie, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna lay out like the 12 cardinal points of every Tyler Perry fucking movie, and
Yeah, it's easy
so-
once you've seen one.
so I legit hate him.
Yeah,
I
but
wanna-
is he that involved in Hollywood though?
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't he film all the stuff in Atlanta though?
Ooh, I don't know
I think
that.
he. Yeah,
he has
I
his,
think
he has his own
films his-
studio and it's pretty big. But
Mm-hmm.
he's no pun intended, he's in bed with a lot of the executives in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because he's a fucking ATM to those guys.
Exactly.
Right.
He has a real chokehold on the black community.
And with
entertainment.
with him specifically, before the movies, he was making plays, right?
Yeah.
So he cultivated a black audience before that, and that black audience is very churchy. Oh, it's over there. It's churchy audience. So he had that audience coming in to when he started making movies, and that's why those movies stay similar. That's why they stay in that formula.
That's another thing I don't understand. Why in the South and black populations, it really seems like Christian religious fundamentalism is really strong. Like
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
of the Baptist churches and stuff.
Well,
But it
this-
really seems like that was the standard of thinking that kind of resulted in slavery and this idea that other races are inferior to begin with. And now, like,
Right.
I don't know if that's even a thing.
Well, part of it is the like stories of Jesus. You know, the Bible has stories about people overcoming, you know, oppression, right? You got the Hebrews and the Egyptians. You got Jesus and
So
the
you
Roman
think it's all
Empire.
the stories about slavery in the Bible that
Sure.
they identify with?
Oh, absolutely. That's why that and you know the moral absolutism. You know, black folks like the idea. I'm not an ambassador. I can't speak for because I'm an atheist, quite frankly.
But you do speak for all black people.
You know, from growing up and going to black churches, I can tell you like. So, a few black folks, you know, they like that whole like, you know, it's either this or that. You know, there's no.
You know, yeah, on the one side, it almost seems like a contradiction in cultural influence, I guess, to me. But on the other side, black churches are awesome, man. The good ones, the ones that really like go in deep and sing songs.
Oh
and
yeah.
Now I'm like sounding even extra racist, but I'm just saying, like, you know, and here's a corny like anecdote, but. Like the Blues Brothers, right? And they go to that church,
yeah,
and James Brown is there. Like, you know,
Yeah.
in my little white guy cracker fantasy world, like that's like a legit like hardcore black church. Like that's you'll never find like because I've been to a lot of white churches, and when it's time to fucking sing and like do like cool stuff, it's the worst. It's Three's Company, man. Every time, man. It's just I don't know. I don't know if there's anything there, but it just suddenly occurred to me that like in the South, it seems like, you know, black churches are really prominent. You know, which it seems like a contradiction to me.
A lot of black people, and this may tie into the whole rappers Republican deal. You know, a few black folks, man, are very conservative. That's the one thing I never understood about Republicans is why, you know, you got all that racism on that side, and yet you have black folks that are perfectly willing to be Republicans because they don't like gay people. They certainly do like guns. I mean, I come from my dad's side of the family. They hunt. You know, they have guns. And they could very well be Republicans, but they're not because the only reason is because so racist just being on the right that how would you attract anybody except whites?
I think people identify with the family values.
That's what it is too. It's the family is the social safety net. It's you know, you don't want the government to tell you because, you know, a lot of black folks do think that way. They also
my grandfather, just the stereotypical Muslim dude from Iran, right? Loved George Bush. And you know why?
Why?
Because he said that he was a good son to his father.
Boom.
That's what he liked about him.
yeah.
Yeah, but these from Iran, right? Muslim. This is the same like religion that sort of like the hardcore side of it encourages like honor killings in your family. It seems like kind of a contradiction there. Like, okay, we're all about hardcore family values, but if that bitch sleeps with a dude before she's married, I'm cutting her fucking head off.
Men, right? You don't kill men because they can never fuck up. It's the women.
I guess that's.
Come on.
And you know what? That actually makes sense now that I think about it.
You know, Jews, Christians, Muslims, we can all be together if we just figure out
How to kill
women. Women are the problem, right? Am I right, fellas? Am I right? I'm wrong.
No, but like even like yeah, I mean, Abraham probably can relate to this. You know, like you can meet some black conservatives, man, and they're probably some of them are probably worse than like white. Like Clarence Thomas, I mean that guy. I hate him more than I hate Pat Buchanan.
Yeah.
Just because at least I know that Pat Buchanan is an asshole, and I would expect that from him.
Clarence Thomas kind of strikes me as the type of guy who like sits around at home at night and just is like the most racist dude you ever. Like,
Yeah.
just talking about niggers and because you know he's just like above that now.
Alan
Yeah,
West.
Alan West.
If you guys
I
don't know
he
Alan
is.
West,
I know he
No,
is.
no.
he'll make you sick inside.
Pennsylvania politician. Yeah, I know he
Republican
is.
for life. He's
a Tea Party guy, which is even worse because none of those Tea Party people are really that comfortable with.
Yeah, man. I know
Yeah.
that we were talking about that earlier. The minorities who internalize it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Jesus.
It's the
Absolutely.
most annoying thing
It's
in
disgusting.
the world.
You know, like when you're watching Django Unchained, right?
Yeah.
Like you hate Leonardo DiCaprio's character because you know, fuck him.
fuck Candy.
But Samuel L. Jackson's character, you hate him even more because he internalizes it and carries it around and makes it worse.
Like I hated him, but I felt for him. I was like, he's been living this life for his whole life. hating himself and everyone that looks like him.
Mm-hmm.
It's the worst thing.
It's the worst.
It's the worst hell, in my opinion. But
It's So it's like black conservatives. Like I've known some. I've talked to some. You know what? A small portion of them are cool because they're not like conservatives. Like oh, gay people suck. I don't think abortion. They just they just don't like to be a part of identity politics. And they're probably greedy assholes too. That's part of what it is.
now
Selfish.
that's American Democrat
That's-
or Republican.
Right.
Greedy as shit.
Yeah,
It's greedy
my
fucking
my
assholes.
cousin is very, very Republican, and that's what it comes down to. It's just I don't like the government, and I just want to smoke weed all the time.
Right.
I don't want anyone to tell me I can't,
Right.
and that's kind of the extent of it.
Right, right. And it's all. It comes down to whatever self-serving thing you can attach yourself to. That's what it is. I mean, everyone knows I'm pretty lefty, but even
What?
I know, right? But even when I talk to libertarians or that side, I always agree with at least a couple things that they say because they have a point. I just never agree with anything else. That's about it. But
Man, I'm just not political at all.
Yeah?
I don't give a fuck. Republican, Democrat, Libertarian. I don't give a fuck. I don't vote. I
you're
don't do
probably
shit.
lucky.
Well, I don't know if that makes me lucky. It just means that I don't really believe that like these people that you go vote for are really doing stuff that affects you that much. I mean, like even when weed was illegal, it didn't mean I was like, well, I guess I can't smoke weed now. I mean, I'm just fucking okay. Whatever. You guys can live your little political fantasy world, and I'm gonna do whatever. Now, granted, maybe there are some limitations with laws that are passed or whatever that kind of make it difficult to do whatever. But I just don't give a fuck, man. I just don't care enough to be like, oh, well, I wonder what's going on in the world of politics today. Oh, gee, I better
kind of
go
agree,
vote
man.
for this proposition and not vote for that proposition because otherwise I won't be able to smoke weed. It's like,
I think you really have to focus on state proposals and legislation because those really affect you faster and more frequently than
Federal
shit.
standards.
Yeah, and I think federal stuff it's important, of course, but it's not going to affect you that quickly because there's time to amend it or just like throw it away quickly because they have those time slots of like 30, 60 days. You can just
Right.
throw it out.
It's funny, man, and this comes from a personal thing, but there are all these rules, right? But I find myself breaking a lot of rules day to day. I don't really follow a lot of laws, even though some of the laws that I agree with.
Just look at it
I just don't
objectively.
follow.
We're
Right,
all rule
because
breakers.
there's situational ethics. That's where I go off of. I'm not an absolutist.
I'm going to look that up on Wikipedia.
Go for it.
Situational what?
Situational ethics.
All right.
Me, I jaywalk. I shoplift. I do a lot of shit that's against the law. But no one would ever think that I'm a bad person, right? It's just that these
well,
laws.
actually, I think you're a bad person.
Oh,
but
well,
please
that's
continue. I do.
Okay, all right. But to me, what's that philosophical thing? Godwin's law, where rules are implied, not necessarily. They're not stringent. They're just implied. So you follow the rules when you're supposed to, like when it makes sense. But if you're gonna starve or you're not gonna go without or if it's gonna harm you, you don't have to follow these fucking rules.
Yeah.
So for me, and I bring it up because what you're saying, as far as politicians go and the laws that they decide to pass or not pass, I always make my own choices anyway. I don't wait for these assholes to make up laws for me to follow. I just kind of do my own thing, and if the law they pass is cool, I'll follow it. If not, I'm just gonna do what the fuck I was gonna do anyway. It's not like I'm waiting on them to decide my life. So
Boom. That was Anthony.
All right, real quick, we just got I got a text message here. Apparently, Leem is outside the building,
Shit.
okay,
Fuck.
and
Don't.
he wants somebody to
I'll go get his
let him in.
black ass.
These
we
are
should
the,
play some commercials.
yeah, of course. This Angry Black Man Syndrome episode. Yeah, between those three keys, you'll figure it out. This Angry Black Man Syndrome episode is brought to you by Rosetta Stone. You may or may not know. So while they go let Leem inside, we'll play word from our sponsor. Hi there. My name's Tom Adams, President and CEO of Rosetta Stone Software. Do you wish you could learn a second language? Studies show many adults feel they are simply too old or do not have the time to learn a second language. Well, would you believe aging rock and roller Ozzy Osbourne now speaks no less than 3 separate languages thanks to our software? That's right. Even with his busy schedule, the 64-year-old Prince of Darkness has still managed to find the time to master Spanish.
This slide for me, it was like a ship of doom, you know, of getting out of the working class environment, and I became successful in the entertainment field. But I sang.
German.
That's part of my part. It's like when you get to the take one that was good and the bad, you know. Whatever one you take.
And let's not forget Mandarin Chinese.
When I was having this is one of the few ones I thought, well, I must have been on something when I did.
But don't take Ozzy's word for it. Join the thousands of adults just like you who have broadened their horizons with Rosetta Stone software.
But if that's what it is, that's what it is, you know, and I'm very happy. I really did something, you know.
All right, Rosetta Stone Software, proud sponsor of Angry Black Man Syndrome podcast.
Nice.
All right, so people are getting set up. Leem is now officially in the building, ready to throw down.
Yeah.
Just some mic levels here.
Abraham smoking a cigarette downstairs, collecting his thoughts. I guess there can only be 2 black dudes in the room at a time. Huh? Is that? No, I'm just joking. It's so stupid.
Well,
Feel so
you know,
dumb.
everybody think I was like fashionably late or some shit. Actually, I was doing work. I was doing some freelance shit trying to get money.
Oh yeah.
And then, you know, I'm doing that whole new age movement. Wi-Fi, no phone. Yeah.
No phone.
Like
Oh yeah,
Facebook.
me and you talk.
Yeah,
we're
social
talking about
media
that.
is my way to get a hold of me. And so when I saw the message, I came through.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I've been doing it, but it's not by choice. It's by poverty. That's why I'm on the Wi-Fi movement.
The Wi-Fi movement? That's not even a thing. You guys are just, what are you talking about, the Wi-Fi movement?
Yeah, man, the Wi-Fi movement. You ain't on this?
Yeah. What do you? So your phone is just you can you just make it.
Yeah, I chose to say fuck the man and use Google Voice for all my voice calls. Fuck the man. I'm use data. Use Wi-Fi for all my data. So if you can't reach me, I will get a hold of you. You know, I'm pretty tech savvy.
Right.
You know, I'm almost starting to hate that word though. That phrase, tech savvy. Because you got like dumb motherfuckers who be like, I'm very tech savvy. Like,
Yeah.
Well, in this day and age, you don't have no shit to be on the internet, you know? I mean,
Yeah.
that's half the reason I don't have a Facebook account, because I don't have time for all these fucking whiners and these crazy people with their drama. And like, back in the day, I remember when the internet first started, all right? When the internet first started, the only fucking people who had websites were like NASA and the government, right?
Right.
Now, any moron with a Sunday afternoon to kill and like a library pass can set up their own fucking website on Facebook in like 3 minutes. And the next, like, there's too much shit out there on the internet, you know. It takes me a good 45 minutes to find high quality pornography on the internet now, because there's all these fucking losers with their fucking Facebook accounts and their
35
websites.
minutes?
Well, you know, I have particular tastes. I guess that's what I'm saying. That's
Are
the
you
point
one of those
between-
guys that like you start off like with one thing, but like it's not good enough, so you have to find the one
It's
that's
never
just
good
right.
enough, man. It's never good enough. That's
See,
the problem, man. That's
yeah.
the other thing that the internet has done to us and weakened our minds and our and now like there's no pornography that will ever be good enough. The internet's
know.
robbed us of pornography, basically.
Well,
That's the irony. We think it's full of pornography, but no, it's robbed us of pornography.
Man,
It's given us too much.
Like, pornography has gotten too much. Like, I was watching one the other day that was like, have you seen those ones where it's like a room full of women on like a bachelorette party type thing?
Oh.
And there was one dude,
you
and
know-
he's like doing some dance or some shit.
the something bear shit. I know what you're talking
You know what I'm
about.
talking about?
They always be like some. I've only like seen that shit one time, and I was like, this shit is hilarious. I mean, I don't know. When you want to be that guy though, getting like your pipe sucked by millions of bitches.
Yeah, you want to be that guy, but half of those women in there are probably married.
And that's awesome.
And
No, you know,
I
mean,
watched that and was like, I need to join the Taliban. I was like, this shit is.
I think you're falling for the hype though. Those aren't normal chicks. I'm pretty sure those are porn stars
Those
who
are
are like.
normal dick suckers.
No, I think they're just porn stars who are like they're all in the same room at the same time. And the other thing is those guys, those Chippendales and stripper dudes and stuff like that, they're gay, man. I'm sure of it. They're all gay, man.
Wasn't Ron Jeremy in one of those? I remember watching like a Ron Jeremy documentary, and he was in one of those where it was
dancing around and shit.
I don't think he
The
was
hedgehog?
dancing. He wasn't dancing, but it was like 10 chicks in the room, and he was basically getting them all off various ways, you know, with his penis and mouth. You
His
know,
penis
whatever.
and mouth and other
Yeah.
tools that
And
he
other
happened to.
tools.
He had a whole bag of things.
Yeah, yeah.
That teddy bear look like Ron Jeremy behind you. Better watch what you say about Ron Jeremy. That
Oh
shit-
man, I have nothing but the utmost respect for that greasy asshole. He, that guy is greasy. I was in the same documentary that the chicks are all
What
like.
documentary is this, man?
Yeah, I don't-
Porn, the documentary?
I don't remember the name, but it was featuring Ron Jeremy.
Rosebuds.
He was from Queens. He's started off as a cab driver and just found his way into porn in the 70s. I guess
He looks like a greasy
That's,
cab
that's the
driver.
golden era,
Yeah.
though, man. Like 70s and 80s, everybody got the cool stories about how they made it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now you like
Yeah, well,
the
porn
2000s,
is.
motherfuckers are struggling to even crack an idea.
You know what, man? You can make money off of porn like fairly easy if you just know like the type of shit that people like. There's a site called clipsforsale.com that you can just make up your own. You can start your own porn site and put it on there, and you'll have a bunch of dudes just buy
Dude,
clips.
you know what? This is the thing. You don't even have to like be keyed into some sort of demographic or whatever to make money. All you have to do is have a hot chick, and boom, you're done. Because basically the consumers of pornography are men, and it's not like men don't sit around and say, well, you know what, this porno doesn't have a really good plot line, and the cinematography is kind of off. I don't
I
agree
do.
with the wardrobe.
Actually, when I was
know.
on mushrooms, that's exactly what I thought.
You were watching
guess.
porn on mushrooms?
Yeah, it was an accident, and
Oh yeah.
What was the accident?
yeah.
Did you flip porn on, or you
No.
were taking mushrooms?
No, I was tired one day, and it was like 10 o'clock at night. I just got done studying. I was like, I want to get fucked up. I want to jerk off, and I was like, all right, I can.
I want to get fucked up. I want to jerk off, right?
Right? No. But the thing was,
Yeah.
but the thing was, I was like, okay, shrooms take like 15 minutes to kick in, right? I go, I can definitely bust a nut in that like time span
Nah,
easily.
man.
Now it kicked in way sooner than I thought, and I was like, why is she wearing a red dress? What does that represent? You know, like, where's her husband? Why is she fucking the pizza man right now? This is ridiculous. Where are the kids? I don't want to see kids, but where are the kids? Are they in the house? Are they adopted? What's going on here?
That young
Abraham
woman
just
was-
saw his future life pass before his eyes on shrooms. He's like, that bitch gonna be fucking the pizza man.
It sounds like
It was a great and sad time.
No, it sounds like an enlightening experience. I think we should all masturbate on shrooms at some point in our life.
Don't do it.
You learn a lot about yourself.
Has anyone had sex in real life on shrooms?
I tried, man. I tried, and it did.
I've heard stories. It's very hard.
I used to do a lot of acid and a lot of shrooms,
What?
and so naturally, like
No
there would be
way.
moments where, like
That beard?
things
No.
would happen. You know, and this, ironically enough, this was all before the beard, and it's just.
So that's the side effects.
Yeah, man, that's what happens. And I couldn't do it, man. It just is too weird, man. Like,
the senses are overwhelming, right? It's like all your senses are enhanced, so the smell, like,
well, and there's like some kind of disconnect from your instincts because a lot of times, like when a woman gets naked, it's like boom, it's on because your instincts just take over. But when you're like all shroomed out or tripping or whatever, you're just like, man, she looks weird. Like, what is that? That's a weird thing. Like, what's going on?
start
Yeah,
overanalyzing her.
It almost and
yeah.
it seems like it's like 8th grade health class all of a sudden. You know, it's like there's nothing like sexy about. It's just it's too weird.
Where did her pubic hair go? I don't get it.
It's a weird.
What is
thing.
wrong with society and us, doing it? Like, I don't.
Catch up with y'all, man.
I mean,
You pulled out a
these days with porn, man, like I can't even watch a dude in porn. I have to watch like just like a solo, like she's playing with herself.
Wow,
kinda
porn has
stuff.
got that ruined for you that you now have to go to solo projects.
Yeah, I can't watch other. It's just because I'm too busy fantasizing about myself in the
Right,
said
so you
scenario.
need the POV
So-
shit. You need the POV shit.
Right.
It ain't enough interracial POV shit.
So
for
you're
you to-
saying you're too busy.
Right.
You're too busy staring at the dude's cock to really get off, is what you're saying.
Well, it's just as soon as the dude
It's
starts,
a white penis, so
it-
you can't really play with the POV-ness.
Well, just
it
get
could
some-
be that,
get
and
some
then
black
also.
porn.
Oh, I love black porn.
I love all that
I
porn.
have all the black. porn
Oh, that's the
sites.
problem. You already got it all.
It's just that the dude, like, I can't, because it interferes with my scenario, my fantasy. If a dude, it's like in real life, if you're trying
I
to
wouldn't
turn
do
your
that
girl
move.
on,
I don't want to do that move.
and
I would
then
never do that.
yeah, and then all of a sudden the dude just walks in. Yeah, I got this. Like that's what it feels
And
like.
then the third guy comes in like, "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah,
Like, no.
I can't.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I can't watch double penetration shit. It's just too intense.
Yeah.
It's
Man,
too
too
my-
much. Have you,
Yeah.
have you ever been watching a porn and then all of a sudden some dude shows up and looks like somebody you know? Like looks like just like exactly like somebody you know, man.
Yeah,
That's the worst thing ever because it is.
Yeah.
All right, I'm out. I'm tapping. I'm done. Game
Yeah.
over. I can't.
Oh yeah, this is great.
it's,
Jacob? What the? I thought he was dead. That's fucked up.
I just like good cinematography, man. I hate like shitty ass film porn. You know, like if it's purposely done that way, that's cool. But you ain't never catching me watch shit that's past 2000.
I hope
So
I
you-
never. I hope
so
I
you
never
need,
catch
like-
you watching porn.
You need like the
period.
Steven Spielberg, like porn, like it's like the.
I just need like some state of the art, like good film quality, HD. You know.
Like
they got 3D.
CGI.
They got
You need CGI in the porn.
They got
ET
3D
is
now.
there, like touch this.
like slow motion bullet time. You know?
See, that's like
They should throw some Matrix scenes in porn. Like at the money shot, it should be a girl like
They-
yeah. Like,
They
I would film that
probably
shit
have
all
that.
day.
They probably have that out there.
I'll
I'm
call that
sure
shit the
it's there.
cataclysm. They're like,
that'd be hilarious, man. The chick's just leaning back, like dodging the cum shot, like slow motion, like.
Oh
yo,
boy.
They
you ever had
glance
an
her
anticlimactic bust? Like you about to bust a nut, right? You're like, oh, I'm gonna come all over this girl's face, and then you're like, man, I've been holding this shit all night. And then like the release, and you're like, damn, that was the worst money shot I ever had.
Or we're
That's
talking
it.
about real life right now.
I'm talking about real life. I had that incident. I was
See,
like,
that's-
damn, did I just like jack off one too many times before operation?
That's the other thing. Like in porn, I can't like the coming on the face thing. I just don't get off to that.
You know what else I don't get? And this is where I'm going to lose you guys. I'm sure of it. Because, like, I'm with you on the double penetration and, like, now I'm going to jerk off in your face for some reason. I'm not on board with any of that stuff. But here's something else I'm not on board with. Anal. I just do not
Really?
do anal. Why am I going to stick my penis up somebody's butt? That doesn't make any fucking
Why
sense
not?
to
There's
me.
a guy saying, why not?
Why not?
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
why
well,
not?
okay, well, here's another example. Like, and now I'm going to sound homophobic, but like,
Now you sound homophobic.
well, no, I'm just saying, like, okay, let's say you walk in a dark room, like, and you talk to this beautiful hot chick, and she's like, yeah, I'm into anal. Okay, great. And then they blindfold you, and you're going to town. What's the difference between you just going at it with some dude? You know, like at that point,
when
basically.
you feel the tackle and balls with your shit, like, you're like, yeah, something ain't right.
Yeah, when your balls are
the
when
first
both
of
of your
all-
balls are hitting each other like door knockers.
Because first of all, when
it's,
you blindfolded, don't you go for the feel? So
well,
as soon as you feel the ball, you gotta measure where the
just-
pussy is
my-
ratio to the
my-
asshole.
my-
So you telling me that you just got it in blindly? Like,
No.
you know you gotta put your hand there.
My bigger point.
Listen,
my-
Leem has a good point.
No.
You got to know what you're getting into.
I get that, and my bigger point is an asshole's an asshole, right? That's all I'm saying, right? Like if you're
True.
tied up, if you're not reaching around, an asshole's an asshole, man. And assholes only have one purpose: for
And
stuff
listen,
to come out of,
a
not
mouth
to put
is a
into.
mouth
Like,
as
you
well,
don't-
right?
You don't put stuff in there.
See,
This is how you get
I
double
like
damage with that
I'm
shit.
into anal sex, but I know what you mean.
That's how you get
I mean,
mushrooms.
it's not like a gender specific hole. It's like it could be. Everyone has an
and
asshole.
when you're done, you smell like shit. You got
I don't
shit
know what
on
asshole
you.
you
It doesn't make
fucking.
no
Yeah,
sense.
you gotta prep the
Sex
asshole.
is always
Well,
a
yeah,
little
but it's-
gross, isn't
what
it?
I mean
like
is that
act.
men and women have
smelly.
assholes, right?
Yeah,
so
but
it's,
men and women also have mouths.
sure.
Exactly, mouth to mouth. Thank you,
Sure.
thank you.
Hey, look, I'm not agreeing with anything anybody's saying about those two orifices.
Too late.
If it ain't on a bitch, then I ain't fucking with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it took a while for me to get curious about, certain arenas, yo. But I was like, yo, it's always the ones you don't expect. Them nice little bookworm bitches stay taking it in the ass. You're like, oh my God. And they like crazy prep for it. You're like, damn, you ain't eat no solids. You went straight liquid diet. No wonder you was hammering them shots back. You ready to get it on. Like, that shit is crazy.
Hold on, let's repeat that
Telling you,
one more
man.
time.
I-
Bookworm.
Hit that fucking Seattle U campus. Them motherfucking
Oh my
sluts, man. Sluts, man. It ain't nothing wrong with being that. Because, you know what, like I said before, the term slut, I believe, came from like a woman who didn't clean her room. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you gotta be careful how you throw words around. Like, I'm not fucking with sluts because I need a bitch that keeps her shit clean, 24/7, like, do her thing. I'm doing it for myself,
Right.
So, but, yeah, man, bookworms is the freaks, man. I'm telling you.
Oh, I know.
I love, like, that's the site that you need to create. Like,
I mean, the
I
majority.
think it's already out there, right? Isn't there like
yeah, I
a,
think there's some like girls reading their textbooks, but it's really their textbooks, and then they're like talking about their professor while they're touching themselves.
I think it's actually literally called like naughty bookworms or some shit.
Probably
like
so.
that. Just
Probably so. But if you want a freaky broad, go down the campus and pull one. You know, the more private the school, the better. You know, because public school bitches.
They
in
bring in the
college,
riffraff. Just no
public,
one.
public universities are just like, been there, done that. Like, hey guys, can you see me do a cake stand? Like, that's the only time I go into the arena, the frat boys. Like, that's the only time I go into like they're like, you know, I investigate and I will get through that bitch. I'm pulling some bitches out of them frat parties because they freaks, man. Who fuck like. I'm saving her from getting gang raped by a bunch of dudes. Like, she might as well come with me.
she might as well just get raped by one dude.
No,
Yeah,
no.
like we were talking about earlier, the
Don't put
lesser
R
of
word
the
on me,
evils,
bro.
right?
I don't do that shit. I don't play that shit. If a girl say she like tired and she's like, but I still want to go, I'm like, hell no, bitch. See you later.
Not dealing with any gray area, right? No gray areas.
I was asleep though. Like, oh yeah, all right, we sure. No one told you to go Hammerstein ballroom on those whiskey shots. Sorry for ranting about that.
No,
don't
it's
be sorry,
no.
man.
I've
It
been
needed
with
to be said.
I'm just trying to catch up.
I've been with the bookwormy type, so I know what you're saying. I know exactly. My last girlfriend was that way, so no.
My
I don't
first
know.
girlfriend was a ballerina,
Oh yeah.
and yeah,
Pre-beard
those
or like post-beard?
are- again pre-beard.
It was pre-beard. You can tell.
all right.
He's a swap dude.
Yeah, but it was like you said, man. The ones that you never expect are the ones that are dangerous.
Yeah.
I'm still scarred emotionally and physically from
Yeah.
the whole experience.
I'm still like at this point where I'm still kind of in the novelty cock range, where it's like in Seattle, like for me, it's still dangerous for a few of them to be like, oh, can I fuck this one? You know?
Oh yeah. You know,
Right,
it's different being black in Seattle, yo. It is novelty dick syndrome. I got a lot of girls getting.
That's the podcast name.
Novelty dick syndrome.
Boom. And it doesn't matter what gender you are when you come on the show. It's just a great name.
You know what I'm gonna say?
What?
You just gave me a great idea.
What?
The next time I interact with a female, a lovely woman, and I realize that she's used me, I'm just gonna be like, oh, some of the novelty dick.
It's true though, you know.
So you're saying that from time to time you feel like you've been taken advantage of because some chick just wanted to have sex with you because you're black.
As a black man,
Sure.
yes, I can definitely vouch for that.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem like such
We-
a bad
you know
thing,
what?
though. Like I wouldn't go home and cry about
It's
it.
not. I don't get depressed over it. I just realize it. That's all. You know.
Being an object's an
But
object.
but you know what? That's why I always think that, you know, besides ladies, the second most objectified person is black dudes, because you know, all you hear about is black dick. This, you know, black dudes and this. They got rhythm.
Yeah.
You know,
We got a lot of
upsetting.
stats to live up to. And,
Yeah.
and
A lot of stats.
And our counterparts got like a few. Like, like it's like
It's hard to live up to.
like for white dudes, all they need is a credit score that's above 750.
Exact. Preach.
Dirty shoes, fucked up hair, you gonna pull a bad bitch. You cannot take a shower for like 5 days, and she is still about that shit. You could have streaks in your drawers, and she will still lick your asshole. Like, that's some trifling shit. But we gotta jump through hoops. We gotta be the most it's the same thing on every type of fucking spectrum. Even in the dating world, we gotta jump through fucking hoops.
I hate basketball. I'm gonna say it.
Hey, all right. You know what? Now I can identify with your pain because I'm a tall white dude who grew up in the Midwest, and everybody right away was like, "This guy loves basketball. I fucking hate basketball. Can't stand basketball." All those Indiana boys. They made a movie about dudes from Indiana who are great basketball players, man.
You supposed to be a shooter.
Yeah. And so you know, I feel your pain, brothers. That's what I'm saying. Like, I grew up with that shit.
You know, I was thinking about when I was on the bus trying to hurry up and get here, and what I thought about was like a lot of dudes, like, you know, we get in trouble like as like being, you know, black man. We get in trouble like, damn man, we can't get a break, this, that, and the third, right? And it was based on like I saw a comment that a guy was like, man, I'm white, middle class, we're the worst demographic, some shit he said like that, right? I can't get a break. I said, wow, man. I said, you see how you feel right now? He was like, yeah. I mean, that's how I wanted to say to him. I was like fictional in my head now, having a conversation. I was like, you know, you see how you feel right there? That's how black men feel every day. Can't get a break. But now you understand the plight, motherfucker. Like, I'm middle class and I'm white and I can't get nowhere in life. Like, well, you know, no one told you.
Wait a second. If you middle class, you got somewhere.
Well, nah, exactly. But
you're better than where I'm at.
But you know, like the problem with the middle class is, at least when you're at the bottom, you know you're at the bottom. At least you know when you're at the top, you're at the top. The middle class got 5 categories that we all, no matter what we look like, we belong to.
Right.
So it's how the fuck you got lower, middle, upper middle, almost there, and
Almost
come on
there.
up, nigga. Like, nah, man, it's some real shit. So when I hear like, we live in the 2000s, yo, anything is possible. I don't care where you live at. Like this country here, like you got mad opportunity if you seize it. So, you know, you got to treat shit like, you know, you got to take it. You got to take every moment you got.
Right.
So I kind of sit there when I hear my counterparts and they my brothers. When I hear them like, yo, talk shit, I'm like, damn, yo, I feel bad for you. But like, welcome to the club. Like, I was born in a fucked up situation. You may have been born in a fucked up situation, but you can erase it. And no one will ever ask about were you from the trailer park or were you from the slums.
Right.
Like, coming from like middle suburbs, cats still be like, oh, you know what I'm talking. I had this guy today at a cookout talking about fucking watermelon. Like, no, for real. He was like, my man know what I'm talking about. And I was looking around like, oh, this dude's trying to go straight to the jugular. All right, I see what you're doing.
Wait, was he a white guy or something?
Totally a white dude. He's like, he know what I'm talking about. I like watermelon fresh. And I was like, I don't even know what the fuck you talking about. And he was like, he got stuck.
Come on, dude. You got to admit watermelon is delicious.
Yo, of course watermelon is delicious, but like,
Who doesn't like watermelon?
I tend not to try to eat stereotypical foods of black Americans.
Oh, shit,
Fuck that.
yeah.
I'm not eating watermelon. I don't eat fried chicken.
You know what?
Shit, man.
I'll be honest. I don't really typically eat watermelon or fried chicken
I eat
in
that
front
shit all the
of
time,
mixed
man.
company.
I eat
I don't
them both
know.
together. I don't give a shit.
Chappelle has
You know
a whole
what- you know what's
Chappelle has a whole
interesting,
bit
though?
about
See,
how
it's-
he feels guilty sometimes when he eats fried chicken.
Yeah.
You know? But
I just
you
it's
know
not
what's
even
interesting,
that.
though, is this we live in a black and white country, right? All minorities that fall in the middle of it have a completely different relationship with stereotypes.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
We
right.
hold on to them.
Yeah.
We like them.
Yeah.
Because we're like, oh, yeah, my people eat kebab. I'm going to eat kebab every single day.
Right.
I think I even saw you one time. I was on the way to get some kebab.
Some,
Yeah. Because you finally get some sort of identity.
right.
Because up until it's like you have to pick a side.
Oh,
right?
I see. Right.
So you finally, it's like, okay, I might be a little misogynistic. That's kind of part of my culture, so I'm going to hold on to it.
I'm gonna own that.
You know what I mean?
And you know what? There's kind of a
I'm
point.
just kind of fucking around, but.
Well, no,
I mean, it's-
nobody mad with you dropping the N word. As long as it ain't the N word, we cool.
No, but there's kind of a point there because it kind of seems like, okay, well, like you said, okay, you don't want to be, you know, eating fried chicken and watermelon or whatever in front of white people or whatnot. But then it's almost like so what do you want
I'm
to do?
giving them
Like,
more power by
well,
doing
yeah.
that.
So you want to eat like whatever white people eat? Like you want to sit around eating
It's not
like
even
hostess
that.
cream pies or something?
It's
or-
not even.
Lentils,
It's not
lentils.
even that. It's just that I know that in that scenario, white folks are gonna be always like, "Oh, you're eating watermelon and chicken."
Yeah, you can't give him that joke. Like that's like
that's
like you know when it's coming. You know it's gonna happen. Somebody gonna say it to you.
Right.
It has nothing to do like I don't feel like it's racist. I don't feel like anybody's saying something to me that they shouldn't say. I want people to joke with me just like I joke with them.
Right,
It's an open
right.
platform. The whole point is it's like that easy open. You know,
Right,
it's
that's
like
what
when somebody
it
goes,
is.
"That's what she said." It's like when somebody hits you with the watermelon and chicken, you like, "God damn!"
Right.
How many times is Tiger Woods gonna get hit with the fried chicken joke? He got hit with it again from fucking Garcia. It's like, oh, I'm gonna go have a chicken dinner with Tiger Woods now that I won. Like that's some fucked up shit, but it's funny to me. And it's like people pull out of proportion. I don't care what anybody says to me, man. I really don't give 2 fucks, man. Like I'm passionate. I'm not really angry at all. I don't even know why I come on this shit. Nah, man.
Nigga, you angry as hell, man.
Me and
Come on.
Anthony talk about this shit all the time, man. Like, nah, it's serious. I love hanging out with all the comics in Seattle. And sometimes, like, we don't get to be on a level where we really converse and you can see a different side of someone. So, I would like to tell people, like, yo, for everybody who thinks I'm a dickhead and an asshole or just, like, so opinionated that they can't handle it, then, like, fuck you. That truth hurts, motherfucker.
Well, I like
Preach.
I like hanging out with comics too, in that sense. And I was actually talking about this earlier last weekend with a couple other comics because we went in deep and he was talking about like his alcoholism and his OCD and like all this crazy stuff like that. And we just met, you know, and he was just like opening up and saying, and then like instantly, I just met the dude and he's like exposing all this really vulnerable shit. And sure enough, 30 seconds later, we're all cracking jokes about it and like making fun of him or whatever. And he's laughing, you know, and like that's one of the things about comics that a lot of people don't realize is a big part of comedy is finding a way to make people laugh about shit that kind of sucks, you know, that they don't like or that they have trouble dealing with.
Well, it's relief.
Yeah, and when you're hanging out with comics and you're just talking, like one of the greatest, a lot of comics, not everybody, but one of the greatest things about it is like when you're just hanging around like normal people or abnormal people, however you want to look at it, people who aren't comics, you know right away, okay, there's some shit I can't say, there's some things I can't do, there's some places I can't go. A lot of times when you're hanging out with comics, it's like, I can say whatever the fuck I want, you know. It doesn't even like, you know, it doesn't even matter.
I'll give you an example of this. I was doing an open mic at Jai Tai, and I took the list and I was just doing like a fake roast of people, and it got to Daniel Gray. And Daniel Gray, for those of you who don't know, who are listening, he's a guy in a wheelchair, right? Comedian, very funny guy. This dude is very natural. And so I get to him, and I'm like, Daniel Gray, half the man he used to be, right? That's what I say. Terrible, right? It's terrible. But
he laughed, though.
He has such a great sense of humor, and I feel like with him, he's in tune with pain because he's had to deal with his tragedy or whatever. So. That's what, you're right. Like comedians, we just kind of understand pain maybe a little bit more.
Well, that's what's fucked up about comics too. Is like very rarely will you hear about a comic who has a fight with their girlfriend or gets depressed or whatever, and then they're like, well, fuck it, I'm out. I'm not doing comedy. You know, it doesn't. It's like it almost like gives them more stuff to talk about.
That's why it's hard to have a girlfriend.
Well,
I've been thinking about that. Like, you know, I was like, damn, is it that I'm just an asshole to my girlfriend? No, I'm a really nice guy to the women I date. I'm just a little emotionally like distant. When it comes distant, like when it comes to like relationships, and I can openly say that, like I'm cool with saying that. But I also give them a disclaimer, like if you're gonna fuck with me, like there's a possibility that one day you might see my act or, you know, hang out with my friends, and I'm gonna say shit that you can like be like, damn, that's me. And it's not my fault. It's like I don't want to pay for a therapist. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand. Like, one day we were here talking, and Kevin was like, "Yo, it's like therapy for some people." Okay, I understand it's like therapy for some people. That's cool and all, but I'm trying to make money from my therapy, so fuck you. Like, if you out here wasting all my friends and my counterparts' time, I don't really got time for that. 1-2 times you coming out doing therapy sessions is cool, but I like to hang out with people like-minded who do it for the entertainment factor, but also do it because it's something, you know, I enjoy seeing people go on stage. Like, I've seen Voodoo do a couple sets, and I'm like, I enjoy it. You know what I mean? I don't know how to really keep putting into words. All I say is that, man, it's hard being a comic, and I'm the rookie in the sense of, like, years, you know what I mean? Like, and I've been blessed to be amongst a lot of you dudes, and, you know, you'll take me, like, you know, Anthony, you'll take me certain places, like, yo, come check this place out. Jamal does the same thing, you know? And then, you know, and people take me under their arms and stuff, like, yo, I'm going to show you this, show you the ropes.
Right. That's the other thing about comedians is that we look after each other pretty well. It's very much a dysfunctional family. Like, you know, comedians, we talk shit, but we do look out for each other.
It comes out of love is where it comes from.
Exactly.
And that's true to a certain extent, though, because I also notice a lot of times, like at open mics or whatever, when somebody just shows up out of the blue and nobody knows who they are, and they're like, hey, I'm going to tell some jokes now. Nobody really seems to want to, like, establish any sort of relationship or friendship with that dude until they've been around for like 6 months or whatever. Because it almost seems like everybody's thinking, well, you know what, this dude ain't going to be here like 3 weeks from now.
You don't want to
waste my time.
Right.
You know, so like comics, once they form that bond, they're almost like war buddies because they all go through some just fucking terrible shit together, shitty mics, shitty shows.
Right.
Like they all expose that same vulnerability. Because that's another thing people don't really realize a lot about comedy is you get up there on stage and you're very vulnerable, you know, and you talk about some very deep personal shit sometime to a room full of fucking strangers, you know. And so,
people have the nerve to heckle.
Yeah.
Now it's being real now. People have the nerve to heckle about your parents' divorce or some shit. Of course you're going to go off. But this is what makes comics so amazing. Someone can heckle your parents' divorce or someone's death or whatnot, and you have the audacity to go, you know what, fuck you, but I'm not going to go say fuck you. I'm going to make it seem amazing and have everyone laugh at you.
Oh, I'm going to say fuck you.
Well, that too. You have the option of that, but it's it takes a certain type of, I guess, person to actually handle this type of world. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's-
And part of like being a comedian too is, you do this for some years and you just develop sort of an ironic detachment, right? You can't really take, like when you're on stage, you can't really take anything too seriously. So like when someone heckles you like that, you're ironically detached enough to just fuck with them and then just keep going.
100%.
You don't get too emotionally involved with them as far as how mean they were or whatever it was, because you learn how to be ironically detached. And not only that, but in life in general too. Like, I don't know if you guys noticed, but like ever since you started comedy, maybe throughout your life, you don't find yourself involved with shit as much because you're busy observing it and noticing the inconsistencies and the bullshit of it rather than just putting yourself in it,
One thing that has changed in my life, like, since I openly, it's funny, like, being a comic is like someone saying like they're a junkie. As soon as you come out and say, hey, I'm an addict, people like now look at you totally different, and anything you say now is like, yo, that's some addict shit.
Right,
So like, I'm having real conversations with people, and like, are you using material on me? No, motherfucker, this is really what I think about every day.
You could be, all right, first you're an addict, right? And then you could be an actor, director, blah, blah, blah. But first and foremost, you'll be known as an addict.
Yeah.
Like a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
First and foremost, you'll always be known by your
So
original
no one
name.
takes anything I say at the value that it is. They're like, oh, hold on, is Leem like making a joke right now? I've had some people go, hold on, are you using material on me right now? Like, no, motherfucker, this is how I talk every day.
Here,
I'm
you could
East
use
Coast.
this. You could use this for your stand-up later on.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus
I'm an East Coast kid. I think about conspiracies every day. I've lived in Washington, D.C. majority of my whole fucking life. Like, I'm from the city of capital punishment for real. Like, fuck Texas. I think capital punishment is like when you right there at the steps and every day you see the bill. Like, it's like looking at the bill. Remember that little school
I'm
rock
just a
shit?
bill
Yeah.
on
It's like,
Capitol Hill.
every time I hear about some type of petition happening, I see that little bill walking up the steps, like, and I'm just like, yo, nigga, what you doing? You know you ain't going nowhere. You might as well just come back with us, smoke this blunt and chill, because ain't nothing gonna happen. Nothing gonna happen. And people are like, why you so, people in DC are so skeptic, because motherfucker, I live next door to these motherfuckers.
Yeah,
They don't do shit.
DC is like a metaphor for America. I've heard, like, it's because you got like the state capital, you got all that stuff, and then you have all that poverty surrounding it.
Yeah. I mean now I mean, like, the big G word, gentrification has happened to every major city. So you got people moving in, and it's cool. Like, technically, I moved to Seattle, so technically I'm a gentrifier. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of weird to accept that. Like, damn, I moved here. I'm a gentrifier.
Wait, did you kick someone out of their neighborhood?
I don't think I
live in their
did.
neighborhood,
I
though?
joined the neighborhood, but now they kicking motherfuckers out. I'm not leaving. You know what I'm saying? But I try to get into community work. Like, I'm a year in now, living in Seattle. I try to get into community work and stuff like that.
Man, that's the weird thing about Seattle, though. Like, everywhere I've been in Seattle and the different places I've lived, it almost seems like, and they talk a lot about gentrification in certain areas, but it always seems like there's always like really nice houses right next door to really ghetto houses. Like, all the neighborhoods seem to be really mixed in terms of like economy.
I was talking about that today too.
Yeah, it's
That's-
weird. Like, I
you
don't
can see that in the
understand that
Central
shit,
District. You can see
Yeah,
that
it's
there.
real
You see
prevalent.
SeaTac
Yeah.
is like that.
Yeah,
and you can
yeah.
see it all over the place, man. It's
What's-
just a weird thing.
I guess it has
Tacoma, you can see it there.
Rainier Beach is a big one right
Rainier
now. That
Beach.
I'm focusing on. Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I haven't
Why don't we
figured
just buy a house?
Huh?
Why
Should we-
don't
should we all just put
why
up
don't
on
we
a
just-
house right now?
Why don't we just all buy a house? It don't gotta be 2-story, 3-story shit. We just buy a house, maybe some shanty shack, get that motherfucker, fix it up, and then just go mayhem. Because the problem is, if I was living in a nice crib, nice house, it doesn't have to be like up to date. But if I was living in a house and then I had a shanty shack next to mine, I would actually go to my neighbor and have a conversation with him. Like, look, man, you dropping my property value. I didn't get into this buying houses just for you to just to live here. I'm trying to flip these shits. I can't flip this shit unless you fix your shit. So let's work together. Let's fix your shit.
You got to start off with you people, though. That's what you got to start off
you
with. You
people.
people.
You people. You know,
Alright.
I don't think you people will ever work unless I like get deployed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And listen, if they go, nah, I'm all right. You know what the second plan is? Burn their shit down.
yeah, arson.
Pull a Detroit on them.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yo, the Bears are coming back to Detroit. And I'm talking about physical Grizzlies and Kodiaks. Like, I love Detroit.
Wow.
Shout out to Detroit. I got no disrespect for anybody out in Flint, Detroit, surrounding areas. But it's crazy that the wildlife is now coming back because it's so desolate there, you know. And then we were talking about how
It looks like the I Am Legend movie.
it
right?
is I Am Legend. But you know what? Anything that comes
Will
out
Smith
of there,
is wandering the streets
I
of
know.
Detroit.
Yeah, you can buy a house for like $100 out there now.
You
too,
know-
man. Some
Yeah.
areas.
but you know, anything
Wow.
that comes out of there, man, if you make it out of there, like, mad props to you. Like, that's a beautiful thing. Like, I mean, I used to have a roommate that was from Michigan, and his dad was a steam fitter, sort of like how my father was, but in Detroit, you know. And he was like, "Yo, I'm not good with my hands in that way." So he knew he was a brainiac in the sense that he had to do something scholastic and make it forward. He was like, "I can't do what my father did.
Right.
I can't like bust my ass 24/7 every day of the week, hurt, and then still go back to work. I'm gonna work behind a desk and make things happen for my city." So he's definitely, you know, I know he works very hard to think about Detroit, you know. So that's
Right.
really cool, you know. That's my last. That's the only conscious thing that's gonna come out of my mouth. So fuck everything else.
Are we gonna? Do we have time to call the Klan? Do you have those Klan numbers over there?
Do they work on Saturday?
They never work on Saturday, and yet I still feel the need to call them.
Did y'all do the Paula Dean thing already?
Oh well, yeah.
Dude, you didn't do the Tyler Perry presents trivia about blacks.
I know. We
only
could.
did the
We
Tyler
can still.
All right,
we
let's
can
do
still
it. Let's
do
do
it.
that
do
shit.
You want to
trivia.
do it? All right.
I just want to give a shout out to all the descendants of Shem that are on this panel today. You never heard so many Semitic names in your life.
All right, I gotta find these fucking. This is how professional we
What are
are.
you
It's not
doing
even
over there?
on the page yet. I'm turning the page.
Jesus,
I heard the word Shem from that music video from KRS-One.
Oh, word?
At the beginning of "You Must Learn," he was like, "Shem was a black man. Moses was a black man. Shem is a black," and then he gets just kicked out.
Yeah.
You must. All right, it doesn't matter, but it's a great music video. Look it up, everybody. KRS-One.
I
You
like
Must
to call
Learn.
myself. I like to call myself the Dark Star.
Can we cue up some game show music? Some da 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 da. I can just do it with my mouth. I don't care.
Game show music.
okay.
I don't know.
Scooby Doo Doo Dop Dee.
Welcome to the Angry Black Man
While the
Syndrome.
game
I'm
show
your
music-
host.
While the game show music kicks up, I just want to let you know I've seen so many lovely women today. The sun's
Oh yeah,
out.
hey, did you walk past the we were
Russian?
talking
My girl, the Russian.
the Russia
Just saying. Me and Darius, we had discussion after this beautiful Russian lady parked her bike, and me and Darius were like, "Yeah, she's Russian." And I was like, "I knew she was Russian because of her sunglasses." And Darius was like, "Exactly. I knew she was Russian because of her sunglasses too, not because of her accent."
Really? Russians
sun-
wear specific sunglasses?
They wear tacky sunglasses.
Oh, they wear the
Really?
RoboCops.
Just
Yeah,
disgusting.
real big.
Hey, look,
Pink.
shout out to
Yeah.
Eastern European girls.
Shout
they,
out to
they built like motherfucking
people.
thoroughbreds. I love them. Man.
No,
Like,
she was cute. She was real cute.
especially if they come out of Moldova, yo.
Oh, that's what he was saying. Look.
Yeah, yeah.
Dated a girl
All right.
from Moldova, baby.
Word,
What's
did you-
up?
did
Swear to
you-
God.
so-
One
So
of the
you're
poorest
looking for the
countries
game,
in
the
Europe.
music.
Shit,
Yeah,
and they
looking for a little
gangsters.
Did you walk past the dudes who were they had the Obama poster with the?
I did
the
walk
mess-
past that.
Yeah,
And they were
yeah.
like, and I said to them yesterday, I saw them yesterday. I said, "Oh, where was you when Bush was fucking shit up?" Yeah. And he was like, "Whoa." I was like, "Yo, fuck you." He was like, "No, man, Peach Obama, say Peach Obama again, motherfucker." And they were like, "Yo, y'all gotta back up." I was like, "Nah, man, this son of a bitch talking all that shit. Nigga, none of this shit gonna get fixed. You just, I knew they waited for it.
Right.
See, that's the only time they gonna let a black man be president. Now they gonna blame motherfucking the fucking Himmler on his ass and shit. That shit's crazy, dude.
when I was living in Parkland.
I love Obama. My grandma got 177 artifacts of Obama. They start with tote bags,
T-shirts.
clocks,
Wait a minute.
T-shirts. Trust me, DC thoroughbred. Like my grandmother, she earned that shit. She 87 years old. I asked grandma, I said, "How you feel that Obama came in office?" She's like, "Yo, fuck everything."
You know,
Like,
100,
yo,
177 is an oddly specific number.
I counted them. If I don't have my phone on me, but I could show you this shit. I made a little vine of this shit. I said, "How many Obamas does your grandma have in her house?" And I started skimming through Obama bobbleheads, Obama clocks, Obama watches. She got one Michelle though, because only could be like one Michelle. My grandma, I hate her, yo. Ain't no woman.
Why she hate Michelle
Because
though?
there's only one lioness allowed in her house, so she let Michelle in there.
Oh,
Yeah,
your,
let's
your
talk
grandma.
about-
Let's talk about that for a while.
Yeah, your
Women
grandma
gonna be women.
internalizes sexism, huh?
Yeah,
She
you
one of them,
women.
yeah.
And then she, like, I took a picture with her. She said, "That's a bad picture." Then she took out her real jewels. My grandma got real jewels, yo. Ain't that cartoon commercial fucking Ruby shit. My grandma is sitting on a boatload, and I wish a motherfucker would try to find who my grandmother is. We got a whole set on that block. What? Fuck everybody up.
All right, let's break down that sentence. He said, Obama, my grandma's awesome. If you try to rob her, I'll kill you. I love life. That was beautiful, by the way.
Oh, there we go. Tyler Perry presents trivia about black stuff. Oh, yeah.
So you got some.
I got some trivia questions.
Yeah, this is some real black trivia.
177, really?
All right, here we go. Tyler Perry presents trivia about black stuff. First question. This is an easy one. I'll give you this. Fill in the blank. Malcolm X's famous speech is called The Ballad or the
Beast.
The Ballad or the
Medea.
I can't believe you motherfuckers don't know this.
Why would you ask me a question about Malcolm X just because I'm an associate?
Man, answer the question, man.
Nah, man, I'm not incriminating myself.
Man, the ballad or the... I know you guys know this. I know you know this.
I don't know it.
No.
Hey, man, I don't know.
Are you serious?
Look, nigga, I went to
Look,
white
look,
school.
Give me all of your black cards right now, every single one of you.
Look,
Give
I
me
left
that-
your
I left
black
that at
card
home.
right
Yeah,
now.
of course you know it because you got the paper, motherfucker.
But I knew... if I didn't, I still
read the
know it.
autobiography. It stuck with me, and that's great.
Someone...
All right,
when
And
you
I
know
watched
the
the
answer?
movie. And I watched the movie with Denzel. So.
Look,
I love like the awkwardness. Like Malcolm X is
Now
ballad.
these listeners
A
know
ballad?
that I don't know this.
It's a
Oh,
fill in the
no.
blank question.
Look, people. My excuse is I'm white and it was before my time.
It ain't even multiple choice, nigga. Like
So?
I don't feel in
This
blanks.
ain't standardized
I
testing?
don't even play crossword puzzles.
Yeah, Darius, what is it?
Man, why not? How come you don't play crossword
Because
puzzles?
it's ignorant.
Man.
All right.
Anthony, what is it? Please, I'm
Yeah,
All
really
right, so you
wanna
want
know.
the answer. The answer is the ballad or the bullet. That's
Yep.
one of the names of the famous speeches.
Knew it.
That's
Yeah.
catchy. That's catchy too.
No, I'm really angry because I remember my dad saying that shit all the time. And now you know why I don't know the answer because my dad said it all the time. Fuck. Shit.
Making excuses, man.
Hey, I got a library of Malcolm X, so fuck everybody else.
I thought this was gonna be a bit. What is this, like Black History? Is
Like,
this
this is actual
It's like
shit.
it's
That's why I said
it's
Medea
trivia.
for it.
Yeah,
I
that's
feel
why. But it's
horrible.
presented by Tyler Perry.
Oh, I see.
All right, so here's the second question. Name the original 9 members of the Wu-Tang Clan.
Oh shit.
All right, RZA,
Jizza,
Jizza,
Method
Old
Man.
Dirty Bastard, Respect to
You
Death.
God, Inspector
You
Deck.
got Redman,
Raekwon.
Method Man.
And you got to answer this one at a time.
No, it's a joint thing
This
right
ain't
now.
call or respond.
Redman is not technically part of Wu-Tang.
Nah, he's
Oh,
he's
shit.
just a
Jizza,
collaborator.
the RZA, Raekwon, Old Dirty Bastard, Method Man, You God, Inspector Deck. Hold on, son.
2 more.
Hold on, son. I got this.
I'm out. I tap out. Tap out. I
Hold
had
on,
2
I'm not
left. Tap
tapping
out.
out.
2 more. You got 2 more.
You're in the chokehold right now.
Close.
Tap
Oh, fucking Ghostface Killer
Shit!
and Master Killer.
Shit!
Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to
Shit!
fuck with.
And those are the ones! Fuck! I'm sorry.
Nicely
Eddie.
done.
Yeah, don't fuck with me on
Nicely
fucking
done.
lightning.
No, that's good. That's good. That's good.
You know
That's
what?
good.
I'm gonna go.
That's
Ahead,
good.
I'm gonna
That's
go ahead.
good.
I'm gonna go ahead and take a moment to point out that none of y'all knew anything about Malcolm X, but Wu-Tang Clan, bang.
I know. I know.
It's a revolution, baby.
All right, so this is an easy one. If you guys don't know this, oh boy. All right, name of the first black president of South Africa.
Darius knows.
Nelson Mandela.
Okay, yeah, of course. That was easy though.
He's dying right now. I think everyone has
That
to
was
know
easy
right
though.
now.
That's why.
See,
But you couldn't get the ballot or the. I can't. But see, that's easy.
Yo, the Ballad of Bullet, it's kind of hard to remember that.
Really?
Yeah, man.
It was a long time ago, man.
Nah,
It was a long time
it's
ago.
really hard to remember that because even like you get a.
I read things about his life,
You
not
get
things he's
assimilated
written.
to not speak about Malcolm X.
That's
I
true.
lived in Omaha, Nebraska, where Malcolm X was born. Harlem is where he got his steez on.
Right,
But
Detroit Red.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But the whole point is like you are actually told like Malcolm X is the most hated black figure in black history.
Exactly.
They don't
Really?
talk, hell yeah. They don't talk shit about him. Nothing. They be like Malcolm X because he was a dangerous motherfucker.
You know what? Because he was Muslim.
That was
Yeah.
an
And
extra
what we say on
bullet in
that
the
is,
chamber.
nah.
That's it. That's been the trivia segment.
No, that's a trivia.
I could ask more questions. You want more questions?
More questions, please. This is getting
All
good.
right. Name of the. Okay, let's see. Who's known as? Here we go.
Shit.
Here we go.
Got pages.
Here we go. Name of a famous theater. The owner of a theater company in New York. Famous gay black American.
Oh, I know that.
I know this. I know
James
this.
Baldwin.
Nah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
not
that's
it.
one.
That's
Langston
not.
Hughes?
He's a famous one, but that's not the one.
Langston Hughes? I don't know.
That's
I don't
not
think
the one.
But
He owns a theater company. He,
he's alive right now.
He's alive right now. He owns a theater company. He's put out like a Fela Kuti theater show.
I think he actually taught a
Jay-Z.
class at my school.
It's
and
a very famous. He's a famous theater company runner.
Ben Vereen?
No. You can't Google.
Benson?
No, he taught a class at Evergreen. I took it and I forgot his fucking name.
Oh, his name starts with an A. I'll give you that.
I wanted to see Fela Kuti. If that's
Me too.
But when I went to go to buy tickets, all I saw was white people trying to go see the shit, and it kind of hurt my feelings.
Really?
Yeah, because white people will go to see some ethnic shit just so they can say, well, of course I'm not racist. I want to see colorful black people walk around and dance and gyrate their hips and in blackface. Regardless if they didn't wear blackface, Fela Kuti didn't wear blackface, but you know what I'm saying.
No, I know what you mean.
White people will show up to some ethnic shit just to be like, see, I support. Fuck out of here, man.
It's because they sell the CD at Starbucks, probably.
Yeah. Did you figure it out?
No. That's stupid.
All right, that's it. The name of this guy is Alvin Ailey.
Alvin
Ailey.
Well, I'm not going like, because I don't know who he is.
Yeah, how am I
Really?
supposed, how am I
I
supposed
had
to
no
know
idea.
that shit, man? What are you talking about?
The question
dude
is,
fucking-
the question is, would Alvin Ailey give me more pussy than me knowing that all members of the Wu-Tang Clan? I don't think so.
Well,
Yeah.
he's a gay guy, so he could
He
help you
give
get
me
more pussy. He could help
Shout
you.
out to my best friend Saccone. He's my best gay friend.
Saccone!
Saccone. That dude gets you pussy.
All right, here's one question I want to ask you guys. There's no right or wrong answer here. Best black actor ever, like dead or alive.
Best black actor.
All right.
In our
please.
opinion,
In your
my
opinion.
opinion, the best black actor.
Great song, Voodoo Chicken.
In
I
my
like this shit.
opinion,
She said game music, so I'm just here to please. I just
best black actor in my opinion.
Really? Are we going to really think about this in your opinion? You already know what you want to say.
I don't want to say Denzel.
I see.
I
I
will
said
say
Denzel because you don't want to say it.
No, of course not. I mean, he's a good actor.
Sidney
He's one of-
Poitier. Sidney Poitier.
See, that's
in
the
my
other
opinion,
one I was thinking of. That was the one I was thinking
Number
of.
one.
My favorite black actor,
What about Don Cheadle, man?
Don
He's a good guy,
Cheadle.
man.
Don
Holy
Cheadle's pretty
holy
good.
shit.
Don Cheadle.
Don
Just
Cheadle's
got
pretty
me.
good.
Shout out to Terrence Howard for losing his role. Don Cheadle's a beast.
Yeah.
Step your acting
Don
skills up.
yeah.
I never knew you can go from light to dark that easy. Shots out to Don Cheadle. Yo, you know how hard it is to play a Muslim cell member? Don Cheadle shots out. I want to see Terrence Howard play a Muslim cell.
The best black
Don
actor
Cheadle.
of all time is Cuba Gooding Jr.
Really?
Get out.
Really?
Get out.
yeah.
Bye.
I mean, you guys
The
haven't
Boyz II
seen.
Men?
you
I mean,
can-
the Boyz II Men.
Don't judge me, man. Snow Dogs, man. Snow Dogs is
Radio was his thing.
Radio, Snow Dogs,
went- oh.
Jerry Maguire. I mean, classics, man.
The Professional.
The Professional.
The broken version
What was
of
that
Professional
movie where he
He
was
was
the
in the
first black
Navy.
Navy? That's it.
Robert
Yeah.
De Niro's like, you dirty nigga, get out of here.
But guess
yeah.
who did all those acting roles before him? Denzel.
Denzel.
Sidney.
I'm also going to go with Mr. Bojangles. He was also a great
Mario
black
Van
actor.
Peebles? How about Mario Van Peebles?
Mario Van Peebles
Not
is
Junior.
good. He's a good director too.
Yeah.
He's
You
a
know, I
great
got a
director.
problem with black exploitation films
Wesley
recently.
Snipes.
I saw
Wesley Snipes is
Yeah, Wesley Snipes.
First black vampire. Just saying.
yeah.
Are you sure? Nah, that was
on, think about it.
nah,
Wouldn't
that
Aaliyah
was-
technically
well,
be
Blackula was the first black
Aaliyah?
vampire.
Because Aaliyah
You
is
got me.
she was the first
Queen of the
she was
damn.
the queen
Eddie
of
Murphy was the
vampires.
first Brooklyn vampire in Brooklyn.
All right,
What
you
about
got me.
Blackula though?
That's
I said
Blackula.
Blackula. But we don't know who the fuck he was.
Wasn't Blackula? It wasn't
Do
Rudy
you
Ray
know
Moore.
Blackula? You know his name?
Wasn't
He
it
probably
Rudy
was
Ray?
the one-
It wasn't Rudy
No,
Ray
it wasn't
Moore.
Rudy Ray Moore. My fucking uncle made me watch Blackula and what's that other one?
Wait, he made you?
Yeah, he had it on beta. He said, yo, guess what I got on beta? He was like,
Damn.
it was Blackula and Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, okay.
And there's a scene where I watched the shit and I lost my marbles, yo. Like, I was really like, you went from Rocky Horror Picture Show to Blackula. I lost my shit. Like, that shit was horrific to me. It was on Beta. Beta was a DVD of VHS cassettes. So that shit was like high def before high def existed. Sound was immaculate. The shit scared the shit out of me.
How old were you when you first watched it?
I think I was like 7.
Oh, yeah. How would you even comprehend?
Y'all couldn't even sleep because of Freddy Krueger when they started making my brothers
Oh
watch Freddy
my
Krueger.
god, that was actually my first horror movie, like where I was scared for years.
Yeah, my father. The reason why I'm no longer scared of horror movies is my father came through and he became the hero. He turned the shit on mute, and then he said, "See how funny it is when it's on mute." I said, "This shit's hilarious. Like, it makes no sense." So from now on, I'm not scared of horror movies. I'm like, I can watch anything except for Human Centipede.
I still haven't
You
seen
watch that
yet.
without noise, it's still pretty scary.
Human Centipede is sick.
It's
And
disgusting.
one of the most sexiest women that I've seen in Seattle told me she watched that shit. I said, "You got issues. I don't care how sexy you are. Something's fucked up with you.
I still haven't seen it yet. I kind of want to.
Don't watch it. It's a waste of time."
If you see the poster, you
That's all you-
get,
that's-
you get it.
And they're making a part 2, by the way.
Didn't they already put it out?
Yeah, they did. It's like a millipede this time. What the fuck?
Millipede. Damn. Human millipede.
One day, I want to say that we should do white trivia. Because I want to let you know that
Man, that's easy though.
Oh, yeah.
Barbara
You'll be
Streisand's middle name.
surprised. You know how they...
I mean, I went to school here. I went to school in America. That's, I mean,
But
I
isn't
know that.
it crazy? I bet you we know more about white history than white people.
Well, that's
100%.
why. Hey,
We can go into this. We can go into this, but this is going to take another hour and a half to discuss.
that's why I do the trivia segment, because I just want to see how much people know about black people.
You know what killed me is Black History Month when I moved to Seattle and I saw, and it was February. I got real hyped because Black History Month is the day you get hyped. If you brown or you a descendant of anybody from that fucking continent, you get hyped, right? I walk up and was like, nobody is celebrating. Where I'm from, we celebrate. The McDonald's arches become a kente cloth. That shit is dope. Like, we be up in your face with Black History Month. Like, the whole history books change. We be just talking about blackness.
It's Seattle, man. It's like one of the whitest cities in the world.
You know,
man.
and
Of
that's
course
why I realized that Seattle is dope, like, on a couple standpoints, right? Like, look at the Sounders, right? The Sounders and the Timbers in Portland are the two teams that resemble when you go to England football culture. They hug that shit. Why? Because this is the whitest part of the country. No one else is acting like hooligans except for the Sounders and the Timbers. And that's why the concentration of the Aryan Nation is in the Northwest and out in the Dakotas. Like, this is a concentration of just like motherfuckers have been by themselves for a very long time and have came through some harsh conditions, and all it takes is an idiot to come and convince them that you should hate someone because of slight genetic differences. Like, people get it twisted. I love everybody. I've dated every base nationality there is. I can care less. That's why I talk the way I talk, because like I don't have any hate in me. But if we go, if you wanted me to talk about how white people behave, I mean, shit, I see it every day. They be tripping. Money end up missing. Now they asking the nigga. Like, I wasn't even there to money. Like, I'm always on time. The one day I'm late, I gotta talk to you. This nigga is always late. That's real shit, man. When I'm wasted, it's a wasted time of thousands, and then people like Anthony can't handle your friend, man. He's crazy. But what about the white motherfuckers who are clearly crazy?
Oh yeah, the Crank Williams. You didn't get to see that. Did you? Were you out there for that?
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah. That was. See, I don't really want to feed into any of the drama
Don't
stuff.
give them no
but,
hype because you're giving them price tags.
Right. I don't want to do that. But it was funny watching that. It was kind of like sociology for me. It's like, here you have an example of, I don't want to do black people and white people. But you see like, okay, here's that guy. He's nutty, but like people are flocking to him because they know of him online. And so they just want to talk to this guy and be like, oh, he's crazy. But like, you come around and you're not crazy, you're just opinionated.
Yeah.
But people kind of feel that you're crazy, so they just stay away,
Because the problem is, motherfuckers know that I might just have that.
Well, I don't.
We ain't talking about crazy. Motherfuckers know that I might just have that. Like, you walk up on me, you might get shot.
What the fuck did I just walk into? I went to the bathroom and I hear Leem saying,
That's why
"Someone might get shot
That's
by
why
me."
people, that's why people behave that way.
See, I don't think that's what it is. I just think
I'm just
that,
playing. I just want to say that.
I feel like you're passionate.
Niggas know that I got that. You
You're
walk up on
passionate
me,
about your
nigga,
opinions.
I'm shooting.
See, I don't think that's what it is, though. I
And he's
think
out.
I know he leaves it on shooting. And by the way, the NSA is probably listening and everything. Oh, this motherfucker's talking about shooting.
Come on, man. I'm Muslim, man. Motherfuckers know I carry.
Oh shit, he's Muslim and he's shooting people.
I hope my parole
That's
officer.
it.
That's the
We're
thing,
done.
man. When the whole NSA thing.
I carry a hammer because these niggas trying to kill us.
What were you about to say there?
Well, I was gonna say when the whole NSA thing broke out, everyone was like, "Oh, they're spying on us." Muslims were just like, "Yeah, it's been happening."
Yeah, I know, right? No,
Muslims are so like paranoid in a practical way, like because you might as well be. You know what I mean?
Right.
My grandparents. I grew up across the street from my grandparents. The house next to them, we just knew they were the FBI. I didn't start questioning this until I was maybe like 17, 18, because it was just common knowledge. And, you know,
Did you live in a predominantly like Muslim
No.
neighborhood?
no,
And they spent
the opposite.
They spent funds to be like, yeah, this family, we're just gonna pick up on a house and just stay and watch them. Really?
Dude, what the fuck? This is like the level, like my grandfather, there was times where he would get in the car and look at the clock and he would just be like, oh shit, the clock is like a minute faster than when I left it.
Wow.
And he would hide in the car.
Wow.
I mean, and we never figured out, are these people the FBI? I don't think so, because like the reasons were like, well, they got a Rottweiler and they have
That's the FBI
they have a trailer in their front yard.
They're
That's
white.
how they send their their reports.
Wow.
They put a message on the dog and they hit it and go here.
Yeah.
Like a safe house.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like a it's a practical paranoia,
Right.
because you don't know. Honestly, they probably were monitoring
how
my family, because
practical is it
when
when you're hiding in your car, though? It seems like it's not very practical at that point.
well, what if they did come and get you and you somehow you're hiding, threw them off? You just saved a lot of time and
Exactly,
paperwork.
Voodoo Chicken. What? It's hard to be a Muslim in America, right?
European motherfuckers?
No, he was talking
No.
about his family being Muslim and like a practical paranoia, and because like the NSA, when the news released that the NSA was spying on people, a lot of communities were like, yeah, of course, specifically Muslims and I'm sure
But
black folks and all these other folks.
It's so
political
weird.
groups.
Like it's so weird. Like I really believe Islam transcends nationality. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But due to media, people only associate certain faces with it, and so I realized that I do benefit from the fact that no one has a clue until they actually hear my whole name. You know what I'm saying? Like I benefit from that shit because I was in when 9/11 popped off. I was in Augusta, Georgia, and I remember when these Georgia motherfuckers started rioting and finding anybody who resembled an Arab or whatever it may be. And the part is like all Arabs aren't Muslims.
Yeah,
that's fucking hilarious.
No, it's not anti-Islam.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
anti-Middle Eastern.
Yeah, exactly.
It's anti. If you look like you're a Muslim in my head, then I'm against
Yeah, if
you.
you
Right.
look.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If
And-
you look, that's the thing.
And it was wild to see because I remember I was riding past. I was in Augusta, Georgia. I was riding past Augusta State where I was in baseball camp, and this guy was getting chased, man. And I really was like, "Yo, hop in the car." And I was like, "Yo." He looked at me. I was like, "Yo, hop in the fucking car." And he jumped in my car, and I just fucking sped off. And these
He
motherfuckers
said,
just,
"Thank God, because I didn't want to give that bitch her purse back."
like, but it was crazy to see that type of
He
shit.
said, "My luck."
It was like that. It was crazy type of shit. And then the guy was like, "Thank you so much." And then when I gave him my name, he was like, he just started going like, "Oh, mashallah, brother." He was like, "Yo, that's like a godsend for real," because these dudes was chasing his ass, yo.
Was this? How long ago was this? Like after
This is-
September 11th?
This is like, yo, the day of,
No,
yo.
man. It's
like
This was the
day
day of 9/11.
I was in Georgia, dog. I'm not joking. The day of, I was like, I got a phone call. My sister called me from D.C., got a phone call. You know, I was a young dude during 9/11, you know what I'm saying? So I was a young cat. I think I just graduated high school. And I went into my motherfucking like luggage and fucking got my shit together, put it together, and was like, if anybody come, like, see, in my neighborhood, everybody knew we were the only Muslim population in the neighborhood.
Oh,
so I was
right,
like, if anybody
right.
comes and harasses my mother, it's over.
Right.
But people respected my mom, and my mom set a good example, and they knew.
Right.
But as I'm going to go to the baseball camp, this shit is popping off.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm seeing this dude running, and it kind of didn't click yet. So it wasn't like instantly like, oh my God, I gotta save this dude. I was kind of like, yo, why are they chasing this dude? And I was like, oh shit, 9/11 just happened.
Yeah.
All cops in every state were going crazy. They were getting evacuated to New York. All that shit was happening. So I'm seeing this dude get chased, and my first reaction was to pull up in the parking lot. I was like, yo, hop in. And you could see his face. He was like, oh my God, is this dude gonna hurt me? You know, because now his mind is on survival. I'm like, yo, hop in the car, man. He hopped in the car. I just pulled off. And he was like, blah, blah. And I was like, you all right, man? And he was like, yo, shit's going crazy, blah, blah. He's like, yo, just drop me off anywhere. I said, no, I'm not dropping you off anywhere. Where you live? And I took him home, yo. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was.
Right.
And
I remember after 9/11, I was in high school at the time. I think I was in 10th grade, and I remember the day after all the Middle Eastern kids in our school, they were dealing with some backlash. I remember this one particular kid who was very popular, very smart kid, Middle Eastern guy. He got death threats, and so I just remember, like, you know, in our school too. This is in North Kansas City High School, one of the most diverse schools in the country, and I remember, like, you know, like there used to be a bottom section of the school where the black kids hang out, and then at the top, you know, you had your, like, you know, white kids or whatever. I remember after that, when the death threats started happening to him, he started hanging out on the bottom floor with us because he realized, like, we know how to deal with this kind of shit. Yeah.
That's how it always works. I mean, like, I kid you not, what happened now, every mosque called my father, called my father's counterparts, and was like, yo, we need your help. And we was armed security for all these other, like, established mosques. And then, like, the hilarious part of it is, where I fast forward to is like, yo, this is the same people who were like, on some tribal shit, like, your daughter's into me, I'm into your daughter, I'm trying to be respectful and quarter the right way. You know what I mean? And then you talk about, I was like a son to you, but then as soon as you find out your daughter got some interest in me, all of a sudden, like, nah, blah, 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 blah. So it kind of was like, I was very in the middle. And I went in the military right after 9/11. So when I went in the military, I had a whole other experience. I was called, Saddam, because Saddam wasn't caught yet. I was called Saddam Hussein. I was called Al Qaeda, Taliban.
None of these are original, but that's all.
None of them are original.
That is so hacky.
Right.
Yeah.
God.
And it's just like, wow.
Try something.
It's never original.
No, it's not.
It's so obvious.
I don't think ignorant people are known for their creativity, if any.
I once got last 4th of July, a guy called me a fucking Iranian, which is just the racist way of saying it. But I was pissed. But
I'm Persian.
I was kind of like, oh shit, he got it right.
He got it right.
Like, because everyone goes Arab or something else.
Right.
So I was kind of like, damn, he.
Right.
Hey, but if I have to speak about my Iranian counterparts, I got some issues. I done dated mad Persian girls.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, I done dated mad Persian girls. I got a girl to this day. She's my age. She's my homie. Like, I call her. I talk to her. But I dated her for like almost fucking 4.5 years. We was in it to win it. Her mom loved me. Her uncles loved me. All that shit. But what it comes down to is the grandmother. Like, yo, and like their culture, not everyone's culture, but the old culture. The old culture is like, yo, people have kids early. That's anybody's culture. So I'm talking to somebody's grandmother who's like 50 years old. This bitch gonna still be living. Of course, her opinion matters. She ain't gonna have no heart. She ain't supposed to have no heart attack no time soon. This broad behaved like shit. I put her in the hospital. She was acting like she was in a coma. She was crazy. My girl broke up with me, said we can't tell them because my grandmother's sick. I was like, yo, we've been together for fucking 4.5 fucking years. And all of a sudden, all the drama we've been through, your grandmother's the one that's gonna break the back. But now we kind of cool. But the funny thing is, I opened the door for her to talk to brothers. Hilarious though. Now it's cool and shit. But it's like at the moment it's happening.
Life of a comedian, man.
I mean, see, I grew up in the mosque, man. Like, I grew up in that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up in it. Like, I hug that, and it's part of me, and I can't ever get away from it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Especially I can't hide it when I say my whole name.
Right.
You know what I mean? But the whole point is like it's nothing I want to hide. I accept that I'm gonna be judged by me, and once motherfuckers in the world can understand that, they leave you the fuck alone. Like I mean, like I remember I had this imam, right? And he was a part-time taxi cab driver, right? He was like, he would never broadcast my cousin, even though he saw my cousin with us. He would never broadcast my cousin. He would go, just the other day, I saw a brother Michael with a couple of other substantial brothers, blah, blah, blah. And you know, I know this because I drove taxi cab. I was like, yeah, get the fuck out of here, yo. And he would broadcast our shit.
Yeah.
But it was funny and it was cool. And he was just trying to hit us where, we, like, yo, I don't want to see y'all out there no more. But my question was, just the other day, I saw you picking niggas up in the strip club. Like, it's like double, you know, fuck out of here, man.
See, that's why I'm glad I'm at the point now where I'm comfortable being an atheist. I actually, you know, I'm comfortable with it now.
I like atheism.
You know?
It's all right, man.
I mean, it's not for me. It's not even a belief system. I just, you know, like I tried Islam. I tried Christianity, and you know,
Judaism.
just,
Have you given the true way?
I like
You're
you know,
2 out
I
of 3 right now.
I like Judaism because it's, you know, it's the Jewish people got it right. They don't.
So how you don't like Islam then, yo?
Boom.
It's not that
It was a trap the whole time. Thank you.
We got you.
Look at y'all, motherfuckers.
Isaac.
It ain't no
Isaac.
It ain't no fun when you get teamed up.
I know.
What was the other
I
one?
know.
Isaac
Look,
and Ishmael coming back from the grave.
They should have never gave y'all niggas money,
White people
man.
don't know about that.
You know the dangerous.
Fuck your couch.
The dangerous part of it is, yo, I understand people's fears, man. Like we all got like our fears, man.
I think fears are dumb. I just don't understand how people can live their life.
Oh, I don't know how people can live a life in fear.
I understand where it comes from.
Yeah.
And there may be some rationality behind it, but I just
Fear,
don't
fear,
subscribe to
fear,
it.
fear in what context of like
Like okay,
just being robbed or having your family never love you? Because those are fear, but they're different avenues of it.
see, I get what you're getting at right there. Like fear of being robbed, I don't have that fear, but fear of like my mom passing away before I, you know, see her again.
Yeah.
Okay, that might be a legitimate kind of a fear. But even then, I don't really worry like that because I just always think that things happen for a reason.
I've actually developed
you know?
a new fear once starting comedy because I never looked for a community or friends when doing comedy. I was just like, here's something I'm really passionate about, and you know, I'm gonna make some acquaintances or some networking, whatever. And then once I started to get to know you guys, you know, all you guys here, and I know your characteristics and whatnot, I would say we're not good friends, but I know y'all. You guys are good peoples.
Right.
But my new fear is that if I fuck up or if I say the wrong thing, I will lose.
I see.
Guess what, Abraham?
That
You'll
shit.
never lose me. All right? Because I don't give a fuck. You can say whatever you want to fucking say.
Stop it.
Nah, man. Understand that shit.
But it's one of those
I'm
things
thinking
that
about
I have
ending
to
our
learn.
friendship right now. I just
Yeah,
You sound like a real.
you done fucked up
you sound
already,
like a real
man.
I just don't like glasses, you know. Fucking.
Deep
Nah, but you
V-neck.
know-
I read books. Lord,
But you know what? At least in comedy, at least in like on the comedy standpoint, like comics, like you know, people that enter this realm, it's easy to kind of understand who you fuck with. Because going off of what Voodoo said is that he met a guy who just went and hit him with every like emotional doubt and all that stuff back and forth. So at the end of the day, like you get that person at face, like straight up face value. Like okay, that's who this guy is. You know, so you can choose who you choose to hang out with and who you choose to pull in your circle.
Right.
And you already know how my circle is. That shit is tight.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I tend to keep my like my friendship circle pretty tight. I have a hard time with trust anyway. Excuse me. So you know, I tend to keep my friendship circle limited, and then you know you got your outer circle of acquaintances and colleagues, and then you have your outer circles of just people you see every once in a while, and then you know so on and so forth. So yeah, I understand. I've always been like that though. I grew up being a video game nerd, so you know you sit in the house. Most of the time, you play your games, then you go outside and you realize I don't really want to play.
All right, let's
with
talk
a lot
about
of
this.
these
Let's talk
kids,
about
you know?
this. All right, I'm on. You added me in this group. It was the
Black
Black
Nerds,
Nerds,
yes.
right?
Now everyone and their mom is saying, "Yeah, I'm a nerd and whatnot." What makes you nerd? Because I feel so many.
It's open-ended, isn't it? Because all you have to really do is just be obsessed with something, and then just dress the part, and then he's a. I know that I had some geekiness because I was genuinely teased about it growing up. You know, and me and Leem have talked about this. You know, like you grow up in the black community, you straddle different worlds. You know, you might be educated.
Going to a white school but living in a black area.
Right,
or whatnot.
right.
Yeah.
You might be educated, but you might be in the street.
You have to dumb yourself down in front of a certain company, I guess, or whatnot.
Right. Like
you can't just be like, I love Dragon Ball Z to certain people.
Right. Like I got cousins that
It's
true.
true.
I've got cousins that are gangbangers, or they were. So I talk to them a certain way, just because we got to understand each other. But like you and I, we can vibe out on
i.e. Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah,
Yeah, I always speak about a role about being like a very privileged black man. You know what I'm saying? And I know I actually have been privileged, but the way I speak about it is like these kids. I was out with Jamal, and I was like, we were over in Tacoma, and I was like, yeah, I'm a different type of nigga. And I said, the difference is that I grew up very, very privileged. So excuse me if I just begin to shit on all you losers. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck everybody else.
But see, they're not classist, isn't that kind of like class?
Yeah, but I just want to, you know how I am. I like to say certain things and make people human again. Like, I want to break down everything that you feel made you you, and then you realize.
You're looking for the reveal.
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
Yeah, man, that's what it is. Maybe it's because of the people that I watched as a kid, being a latchy kid, watching people on television and stuff. The whole point is, like, my whole goal in life is to make people human again. Like, fuck, all right, clearly you're white, I'm, black, blah, blah, blah. Clearly you're Asian, probably, whatever the fuck ever. It doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, we have the same worries in life. We have the same situations that could happen that could take us out of this world.
Right.
Right.
But to, like, go back on the black nerd thing, like, I was genuinely made fun of for that because, you grow up as smart. Like, I remember I was in third grade or something. I was living in St. Louis at the time, and St. Louis is predominantly black, aside from certain areas. So one day I'm just in the neighborhood playing in the schoolyard. This kid comes up to me. I say something to him. He asked me a question. I say something to him, and then he looks at me and says, "Oh man, you talk white," Like, I didn't know what that meant, So I, like, looking back on it now, I think the kid was just saying, "Oh, maybe you're just smart."
I got that one too.
Oh yeah, things like that. That's how like, you might be I call myself a geek more than a nerd. I think that shit's different,
Yeah, you geek out on things. Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
I geek out on things. I'm not necessarily a nerd, but I might be a geek because I think I'm intelligent, and also I do know things. I can make obscure references that other people may not understand.
Like you were doing earlier.
Yeah,
I don't know if Malcolm X and whatnot should be a nerd or geek subject. I feel like that should be like a subject taught in history, but I feel what you're saying.
Yeah, it's like I think I shared a photo on Facebook, like that matters, but it was about it was like a Venn diagram of nerd, geek, dork, and explain like geeks tend to be intelligent, nerds or obsessive, dorks or socially inept, or nerd, either one of those configurations. And I may be a geek. I mean, I remember being 18 years old, and again, I'm the type of, I've also been out on the streets, so to speak. I've sold drugs. I've done that stuff. But like when my dad's friend, she came over, and I was just chilling, and she said, "Oh, you're a nerd, aren't you?" And I was like, I guess, like.
What's this new word? What?
Yeah.
Do you remember the other night when we were hanging out talking on the block, and we were talking about how like Becky's is just obsessed with black men, and this random ass Becky just walks up to us and just starts violating.
Oh yeah, she was
she was just like,
she was very friendly,
just taking our like personal space. And I don't really believe in personal space, but this chick definitely was all up in it, and I was like, damn. And it's funny because I said it, he was like, boom. She's like, "Can I keep touching your skin?" I was like, "Why do you want to keep touching my skin?" I said, it's cool. Go ahead and touch it. It's the same as yours. I might be smoother because I fucking moisturize. You know what I'm saying?
Cocoa butter.
Cocoa butter is the secret, and olive oil.
No, you know what?
Maybe he's born with it.
I ended up walking with her. I was just going back to Capitol Hill, and she was walking with me. I was just trying to, like, I know it's late at night, so I was being a gentleman. Trying to be chivalrous. And then she was, you know, she kept complimenting me or whatever, and I was like, all right, cool. And she said, oh, I'm a lesbian, you know, so don't worry.
Oh, she tried to put it out there.
Yeah.
She ain't no lesbian.
You know,
lesbian.
It didn't matter because I wasn't attracted to her like
None
that
of us
anyway.
was.
And it's late at night like that, and you know, someone that I guess I'm like a lady. I just don't want creepy interactions like that.
That was the
you know?
first moment I felt like I was in the 1950s. Like, yo, this white woman is idolizing us, touching us and shit. I was like, yo, cops gonna come over here and fuck with us. I ain't got time for that shit. I'm trying to go home. And I ain't going home with you. You know what I'm saying? Now,
I'm sure you and you know, and even Darius and maybe even Voodoo, but like on the nerd geek thing, I also grew up kind of, you know, it's a phrase you kind of learn. You're too black to be white, and then you're too white to be black.
Yeah.
It's frustrating having those, being both ends of the spectrum. You know?
Because people will try to define your blackness, especially white folks. They really, like, you know, I've had plenty of white people say, "Oh, you're not black."
You're not like a real nigga.
Yeah, you're not like a real. It's like, well,
you're the good one. Like we were talking about.
You're one of the good ones.
A-okay.
Yeah, you're right.
You know,
you're the keys to my car.
Right, exactly. You get tokenized like that or whatever. And
I have a quick question for Voodoo.
All right.
Have you ever had sex with a black girl before?
No, but it's not by choice, man. It's just, you know.
You talk about that before, though.
Because I look at you and I see your personality. I go, he's pulled like 3 or 4. I bet.
You can probably get with a sister.
They'd be like, he is silly, got that confidence. Look at that ponytail.
Yeah,
do you remember the set he said? He said he went to a club or something like that. I know you said this set. I know you said this.
You went to a black
I
club?
went to a club? I don't know.
No, you went to like a black bar. I swear it was him.
Oh, you're a beast.
I'm not confused.
You're a fucking
that beard.
What did I say?
You were just like, you touched on that. You just touched on that subject. You didn't say you got laid. You just,
Where was this at?
This was at Comedy Underground.
It was a
I
bit?
know. It was a bit.
Oh.
I remember that.
And I don't think you'd lie.
I remember going. I took Jody Jensen to a black club.
Oh, sorry.
It
was Jody Jensen.
Was it Jody?
Oh, you confused me with Jody Jensen.
All white dudes look the same. All white dudes look the same. Long hair, whatever the fuck.
That's harsh, man.
I took him to a black club. I just wanted to see if he could.
That's right, Jody Jensen.
Pull like
which
he could pull a sister. And he's, you know, to his credit, he's got a lot of courage. He went up
confidence or what?
Yeah, he's got some. He went up to sisters and was talking. You know how sisters are. Boy, you stupid. You know they were giving him that.
ACD.
Boy, you crazy. Like they were flattered. They appreciated the confidence or whatever.
Wait, what club was this?
This was in Tacoma.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you were good at Tacoma.
Oh yeah, I lived in Tacoma for over a year.
I get shots out of Tacoma, but Tacoma is motherfucking. No wonder they put all the black people there. It's 2 fucking volcanoes. The shit erupt. Everybody dead. You ain't gotta lynch niggas no more. Just wait for Pompeii. That shit's crazy, yo.
Is there a volcano in Tacoma? Really?
There is a volcano that's close.
Really?
Yeah. Yes. Really. I caught the fucking Amtrak. I saw the shit. If that shit erupts, it would destroy.
It would destroy Tacoma.
Everything near it. But nobody is recognizing that shit. I'm not crazy. I know what I saw. I said, it's a fucking volcano right there.
There's some listeners right now. They're going, this nigga's just crazy. I don't know what he's talking about.
I told these kids about that shit. So
there was a dude we were talking about. What was his name? Ice Cold Mother. And
Ice Cold Mother.
Pork shoulder.
One of the comments was like, "Leem sucks," or what was the other one?
Read the pork shoulder.
Oh, word? No, wait. Read the other one. The other one was he looks like what was it?
He must be basting pork shoulder.
I was like, pork shoulders?
Where was that at?
To me,
This was on the comment thread.
Love you.
When was this?
This was like a couple months ago, maybe.
Y'all didn't tell me that?
Well, we never read the.
Oh, you read it? He
we
said
never
Leem
read
sucks.
it.
I like it. Of course he gonna say that shit because he know I'm Muslim. I don't eat no fucking pork, motherfucker. And you know what? First of all,
And the Skittles
first
thing.
of all, what's the, whatever,
Yeah, the Skittle. What was the Skittles comment? It was a very
Oh,
vague
Skittle
Trayvon
reference.
reference.
Stumbling over a bag of Skittles.
Skittle
I don't
kids.
know what that
Yeah.
is.
Skittle kids.
Stupid.
And it's
Yeah.
just- yo, all these motherfuckers that want to take shots at me, please come and say this shit. Because you know what? You ain't getting no 5 minutes of fame. I'm going to tell you something like it is.
Suck a dick, bitch.
No. I don't go there. I don't go there.
No, I was just
Ad
quoting.
lib. We
I
ad
was
lib.
just- I was
I
just
go to real
quoting.
shit. I go to real shit. I love haters. That's why I say, if a motherfucker heckle me, please bring it on. Because I'm about that motherfucking punching. I'm about fucking battling, motherfucker. You can say anything you want to say to me. Motherfucker say shit like, Leem look like he eating. Yeah, that shit's hilarious. That shit is fucking hilarious to me. Like, it's such an obvious shot. It's hilarious. Listen, motherfucker. I'm gonna tell you something. You can talk all the pork jokes, all the other shit. I'll fuck your sister, your mother. You know, matter of fact, I'll make you fuck your mother and then say you like it. Fuck you, sons of bitches. Anybody got some shit to say about me better say it in my motherfucking face, and that's how it's cool. Anybody say that shit on the internet, that's cool too. But just be aware, nigga, I'm tech savvy. I'll fuck your life up.
Hey,
I'll
hey,
steal your bank
listen,
accounts,
listen,
all types of shit.
listen,
I
listen.
love haters,
This is Leem right now on his Twitter. Hashtag I'm ready.
Yo,
Hashtag come and get me.
like, yo, niggas talk. And I used the word niggas. I used the word niggas, and I wrap everybody up in that shit. I get hype when I got haters. That means that you listening, motherfucker. So I say, come on, pork chops. That's the worst thing you can say to me.
Pork shoulders. Pork shoulders.
Pork shoulder.
That's
That-
even worse.
No. He said,
It's not even chops.
he said pork shoulder. That means I'm a motherfucking exquisite taste motherfucker. I asked
That
for
means
the shoulder.
you like pork.
Pigs ain't even got shoulders.
Exactly.
He just hit me to some shit I didn't know. They got shoulders, nigga? Like, it's the same motherfucker. It's the same motherfucker that buys a box of condoms of every different size just to see where his girth is. Fuck that nigga, man. The other day I fucked a white bitch and I asked her. I said, just tell me how it feels. She said, oh, it tastes so good. I like, yo, if you're a white dude, be mad because I be fucking these white bitches so good. Yo, these white bitches.
Wait, when she sucked your dick, did she say, "Oh, it tastes like pork shoulders"?
If anything, she was like, yo, I be shooting nectar in these bitches' faces. I don't give a fuck.
Jesus Christ.
All right.
Tastes as honey nut Cheerios.
On that,
Hey,
Oh.
you know I'm a Knicks fan.
I know,
But we talk
I
about
know.
Melo's wife, dog. Come
I
on, man.
know.
all right. On that note, we got to shut it down.
Yeah.
We're running out of
All
hard
right,
drive
thank
space. We've been
Allah.
going.
Oh
for-
man, this has been the Angry Black Man
2.5 hours.
Syndrome podcast. We had Leem always bringing controversy. Woo! Darius Emadi, funny comedian. Abraham, funny comedian.
right here, baby, what's up?
Any things you guys want to plug before we go? Any shows you guys got coming up? Anything?
July 31st, you can see me at the Comedy Underground.
Okay.
Laugh Therapy.
Laugh Therapy. Mitchell Barrow show. Yeah.
What time
yeah.
is that? 8,
All right.
8:30?
I think at 8:30.
Nice.
Yeah.
I got a show at Daryl's.
Daryl's Tavern.
Daryl's Tavern. On the 19th, July 19th. Come through 8:30. Boom. Abraham
Nice.
Tadashi.
All right. And what about you, Liam? You got any future shows coming up? Any
I don't know what
any
the future
gigs?
holds for me. I'm like that gym, man. Like, fuck niggas, man. I'm on my own thing, man. Hey, but if you want to ever holler at me, you can get at me at Twitter at Jihad Moses, JHDMOSES. I ain't fucking around. That's my Twitter handle, Jihad Moses, JHDMOSES.
I'm gonna be plugging that like crazy now.
Yeah,
Holy
you know what I'm
fuck.
saying? Holler at me. I want to hear what people got to say. Please. My shit ain't
Hey.
private. My shit is public.
Hey, Voodoo Chicken, thank you for the beer and the time and everything.
Yeah,
And
Thank you very
Voodoo
much.
Chicken on the boards.
Anthony
Manning
Robinson,
show.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Anthony.
you.
Yeah, thank you,
Thanks,
man.
Voodoo.
Let's just be on the streets.
This was a
Peace,
fun
motherfucker.
episode. Thank you guys very much. And
All right,
Voodoo
listeners.
always.
Peace.
I'm mad that y'all set me up on the faint couch, though. Got me looking all presumptuous and shit. Oh, it's falling.